Welcome to the fantasy audiobook. Konoha. Naruto, don't follow the rules. Chapter 61. Call. Sarutobi Hiruzen let out a puff of smoke wearily. Because his office was destroyed last night, he could only stay in the conference room all night, waiting for the news while dealing with the piled-up business. Even if he is a ninja, he still has cage-level strength, but after all, he is in his 60s, and he has not slept all night, and his spirit is already exhausted. Master Hokage. Oh, Lu Ju, how are you doing? No targets were found, no accomplices were found. Hey, it's Flying Thunder God after all. It's normal to not find it, but where did this person learn this ninjutsu? Are you sure it's not from Uchiha? Sarutobi Hiruzen was melancholy. With such an enemy hiding in the dark, he might not even dare to sleep. According to the information from Anbu and Genbu, when the incident happened last night, all the Uchiha people who opened the 3 Tomo Sharingan were having a secret meeting and didn't go out, except Itachi and Shisui. Although Genbu has no contact with Anbu, and Genbu is directly managed by Danzo, but last night their boss fell into a coma. In order to find the murderer, they also exchanged a lot of information with Anbu. It can't be Itachi or Shisui did it. They have no reason to do it. Sarutobi Hiruzen frowned. He didn't believe that these 2 young men with the will of fire would betray him. It's really not them, and Shisui he. Lu Ju hesitated to speak. What happened to him? Could it be that his distinguished heavenly gods was activated successfully? But looking at Fugaku last night, there seems to be no change. Shisui should be dead. What happened? How did Shisui die? Who did it? Sarutobi Hiruzen got up instantly, asking questions inconceivably. Shisui is the connection between Uchiha and the village. If something happens to him, who will be the bridge in between? Who can buffer the relationship between them? Itachi definitely can't. He is a double agent and his identity can't be put on the table, but Shisui can. But now, what did he hear? Shisui may be dead. Now, they won't take the blame for those who killed the water, will they? Can they bear Uchiha's anger? Yes, Master Danzo. The specific situation Anbu didn't investigate too much, only know that there was a battle near the Nanhi River last night, which was caused by the roots. Sarutobi Hiruzen was silent. This is all right, there is no need to take the blame, it was directly done by themselves. So what is Danzo doing? Sure enough, you shouldn't hand things over to him. Is Danzo awake? Wake up, but according to Tezuka, Danzo-sama's condition is not very good. If there is something wrong, I have to explain Shisui's matter clearly. Sarutobi Hiruzen walked towards the door, expressing sympathy for Danzo in his heart, but also anger. In the end, when he saw Danzo, he realized it. What Tezuka said is still too conservative. This is more than, not very good, this is simply the end of it, okay. Sarutobi Hiruzen stood by Danzo's side and called him several times, but Danzo couldn't even turn his head. What is happening? Master Hokage. Master Danzo seems to have fallen into autism due to a huge blow. Tezuka wiped his sweat and quickly explained. God knows how flustered he was when he learned about Danzo's situation. Sarutobi Hiruzen is stupid, but Danzo is autistic. He is autistic. He has lived for so many years, and this is the first time he has seen such a depressed Danzo who seems to have only a shell left. But looking back, if he had suffered the hell-like revenge last night, he probably wouldn't be able to survive. Oh, what can I do? It depends on when Master Danzo can come out. Okay, let's leave it at that. Let Danzo stay in the hospital for a few more days, so as not to leave any sequelae. Danzo is unreliable, and Uchiha's affairs still have to be handled by him. However, if you deal with this matter, will you get your hands dirty? This will have a great impact on your political career. What a hassle. A private house in Konoha. After Naruto used Shadow Clone instead of himself to go to school, the main body came here. Isn't it finished? Oh, no, these devices are too old, there is no way to make too many copies at once, it would be great if there is a computer. That's it, let's send out as many as you can, and keep making the rest. Naruto scratched his head. Since there is no way to cover all the leaves, let's start with a few areas with a lot of people. What are you going to do? Have you ever sold a film? Naruto smiled slightly. In the morning, the streets of Konoha are extremely lively and noisy, with people coming and going. There are also many businessmen and civilians wearing costumes from other countries. Although Konoha suffered huge losses in the 3 battles, it is still a victorious village. With 1 fight against 4, a 3-party battlefield was opened up. Finally, as the winner, it concluded an armistice agreement with other villages. Therefore, after the war, Konoha, which showed impressive strength, got more missions, and more businessmen and wealthy people from other countries were willing to come to Konoha to play and do business. After all, in their eyes, Konoha is the safest and the best environment. Otherwise, who would go to Sand Shinobi to eat sand and Rock Shinobi to see bare stones? As for Cloud Shinobi, it is even further away, and people from other countries don't like to go there if they have nothing to do. Then, at a small stall on the street, a middle-aged man was squatting aside, carefully selecting a few videotapes in his hand. Emotional secrets that a 60-year-old man and 5 women have to tell. Shock. 1 ninja fights 5 ninjas, and the victory returns. Super inspirational. The disabled old ninja fights against the enemy village ninja. Secret. A tale of 5 young women and a man. Ninja wars. Ultimate anti-killing. Who is the last one alive? Boss, I want all these. The middle-aged man picked and found that the titles of each videotape were so attractive. He happened to be bored at home, so he might as well watch this to pass the time. All of them. That's fine. Good box of 100 tales. So expensive. Brother, you see that I have exclusive items here, you can't buy this item in any other store, and the price is naturally a bit more expensive. That's fine. The middle-aged man took out 500 tales and handed it to the boss. Thank you for your patronage, kill. Using transformation techniques Naruto shadow clone, I clicked my money with satisfaction and made another fortune. At the same time, there are several shadow clones of this kind, using different appearances, pretending to be film sellers to sell Danzo's videotapes, and the names are not the same. Then when they went back, they would realize that they had been cheated, especially the elder brother who bought 5 videotapes at a time. He would probably be even more angry. After all, the contents of the 5 videotapes were all exactly the same. In addition, Naruto also sent some videos to some ninjas for free, waiting for them to discover the surprises. At that time, Danzo's name will be completely famous in Konoha, and his wish will come true. Have you heard? Something big happened on Hot Spring Street last night. You're talking about Mr. Hokage chasing down the criminals who broke into the Hokage building last night. Who doesn't know that? That's not what I'm talking about. Let me tell you, when Mr. Hokage was chasing the criminal last night, he accidentally entered an izakaya, and found a certain big man doing that kind of thing. Huh, that kind of thing. What's so strange about it? Don't everyone go there a lot? Hey, that's the way it is, but what if the big guy is Hokage's assistant? Assistant Hokage. How is it possible? Master Hokage's assistant, how can such a character? It's unbelievable. Let me tell you again, what if that adult's hobbies are particularly unique? Unique. Don't tell me that someone died there last night. It's not that kind of uniqueness, but what the adult likes is the kind of uniqueness that looks as ugly as possible. This is too pervert. But who is the adult you are talking about? It seems to be Shimura Danzo, the current head of the village family. How do you know so well? Hey, I was at the scene and saw it with my own eyes. That scene, I still feel sick when I think about it. Shimura Danzo, is there such a person on the 283rd floor of Konoha High? Holding a few bottles of wine he just bought, as well as appetizers, Harada walked towards his home, and faintly heard someone's 8 trigrams on the way. It is no longer known how many 8 trigrams have been circulated in the village during this period of time. Harada felt that there were a lot of major events happening recently. Even an otaku like him who didn't go out very often heard a lot of news. However, no matter how violent the news spread, Harada had nothing to do with it. As long as there was no war, he didn't care. Staying at home every day, watching videotapes, drinking, sleeping, relying on the little wealth accumulated at home, and goofing around, is the most satisfying. After Harada returned home, he first put away the new videotape he just bought. By the way, while waiting for the buffer time, he arranged the appetizers, poured a full glass of wine, and drank contentedly. Then a picture appeared on the TV. I saw a man in a white kimono with bandages on his hands lying in a room that looked very pink. His face was flushed, he was panting constantly, and even one of his opened eyes had turned white. It's a blind man. But what is this for? Harada, BJDF, subconsciously looked at the packaging box of the videotape. Emotional secrets that a 60-year-old man and 5 women have to tell. Romance movie. Harada picked up the wine glass suspiciously, drank slowly, his eyes still watching the picture played on the TV. Then, Harada heard the sound of the door being pulled open, and 5 obese women with wrinkled faces walked in. Harada was stunned. The next second, the old man who was still lying down suddenly got up and rushed towards the 5 women who came in. The scene became chaotic in an instant, with broken clothes, women's exclamation, and the old man's impatient voice. The appearance shocked Harada. Puff, what the hell is this? Is this the emotional secret of the 60-year-old man and the 5 women you said? Harada felt like he was under a mental attack. Still very filthy. He stood up abruptly, took out the videotape, and threw it into the trash can. That liar. Harada was extremely angry. He didn't expect that he was cheated. Sure enough, the roadside stalls didn't have any good things. It's so expensive. Harada picked up another box cursingly, and looked at the name. Shock. 1 ninja fights 5 ninjas, and the victory returns. This should be about ninja fighting. I hope it's not fake. He squatted in front of the TV, wanting to watch the opening title before deciding whether to eat while watching. Then, the same picture appeared on the TV screen. Quote exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark quote. Asshole, how can this be regarded as 1 ninja fighting 5 ninjas? Grass. He didn't even read the next few boxes, they must all have the same content. Harada was extremely angry. Pick up 5 cassettes and run out the door. The profiteer of the Japanese mud horse. Get your money back. Then, when he arrived, there was no one there. Harada stayed where he was expressionless. For the first time in his life, he felt insulted. So sad. Heart hurts. Hey, did you hear about Danzo? Danzo. Shimura Danzo. I heard that, an old man in his 60s, yet he can fight against 5 people with 1 person, tisk tisk, amazing. Haha, indeed, it's just a pity. I didn't get to see it with my own eyes last night. I don't know how exciting the scene was. When the 2 men passed by Harada, they whispered about Danzo's 8 trigrams. Danzo, old man, 5 women, shouldn't it be? Harada looked at the videotape in his hand, and immediately understood what kind of ninja story was filmed here. Absolutely the proof of last night's big guy named Shimura Danzo's scandal scene. Brother, please stay. The same scene happened in several places in Konoha. Originally, the 8 trigrams about Danzo was limited to word of mouth, which was not impressive. But a videotape brought them real evidence and a lot of mental attacks. Many villagers sent out the videotapes with the idea that they should not be blinded alone. Immediately, Danzo's name was quickly known by the villagers. When talking about his 8 trigrams, it is disgusting and disgusting. Now, everyone knows this high-ranking Konoha, the assistant of Hokage. Hokage-sama. It's not good. Something about Danzo-sama has been posted. Shikahisa, and 2 advisors, Uchiha Kaharu and Mitokado Homura, ran up to Sarutobi Hiruzen nervously. The Danzo thing. Didn't I tell you to shut up already? Sarutobi Hiruzen is so angry. The day is not over yet, why did things happen? Master Hokage, it's not from us, it's this thing. Luju handed Sarutobi Hiruzen a videotape sent by Anbu. What is this? This is, everything that happened last night. Luju hesitated to speak. Everything that happened. The things that Danzo did were filmed. And publicized. Now the whole village knows about it. Uchiha Kaharu's temperament is more direct. This. Sarutobi Hiruzen was dumbfounded, the hand holding the videotape was shaking uncontrollably. He never expected that fool masked man would actually have a backhand. He is not going to kill Danzo, he will not give up. Have you found anything? Where's that fool? Sarutobi Hiruzen roared angrily. Although Danzo doesn't deal with him very much, and even always thinks how to kick him off Hokage's seat, he is still his best friend. The older people are, the more nostalgic they become. That's why he put up with Danzo for a while. So when he thought of Danzo's miserable situation at this time, he felt extremely uncomfortable in his heart. At the same time, there is still a trace of fear in my heart. Afraid I might be next. After all, the guy who appeared last night has a Sharingan. In case he is on Uchiha's side and wants to deal with them, Sarutobi Hiruzen is not confident that he will not be attacked by the opponent. Especially if someone as cautious as Danzo has been recruited, Sarutobi Hiruzen will not be far behind. We can only continue to increase the manpower to protect ourselves. Nothing found. Lu Ju said that his abilities are completely useless in front of the flying thunder god who comes and goes without a trace. Where were the boss and the 5 women in the store last night? Did you find anything? According to the investigation of the torture department and Hai Yi, we know from their memories that the man should have used the transformation technique, and nothing can be seen. Asshole. Sarutobi Hiruzen slammed the table, impotent and furious. Hiruzen, you can't go on like this. If you let rumors spread like this, Danzo will really be finished. Uchiha Kaharu was very anxious. On the one hand, he was worried about Danzo, and on the other hand, he was worried that he would follow in Danzo's footsteps. They are well aware of what Danzo has done, and even if many things violate the village regulations and damage the interests of the village, they acquiesce, thinking that as long as they don't do it themselves, the dirty water won't splash on them body. But it can't work now. The 4 of them are one body, one loses and all loses, one prospers and all prospers. Does anyone know if this guy is targeting Danzo only, or all of them? Rumor. Is this a rumor? This is a real thing. With such a videotape, who will think it's fake? And Danzo is finished. He is finished so early. Sarutobi Hiruzen threw the videotape on the table and roared. Quote. Then, you should also control it. How to control? Let me use Hokage's identity to shut them up. Don't you feel ashamed enough? Then what do you say? Uchiha Kaharu also knows the difficulty of this matter, and knows that Sarutobi Hiruzen will not use his Hokage identity to wipe Danzo's ass. If only I knew what to do. Sarutobi Hiruzen slumped on the chair weakly, hiding his hair in pain. Master Hokage, this matter is not unsolvable. As Konoha's think tank, Lu Ju frowned and spoke. Tell me, what can you do? Uchiha Kaharu looked at Lu Ju excitedly and asked. At this time, we just need to get rid of Danzo-sama. Although Danzo is a high-ranking member of Konoha, assisted by Hokage, but because of his demeanor and ruthless means, he is not only unknown and unpopular among the villagers but also among the ninjas. Lu Ju's suggestion is not to add insult to injury, but it is the best way for Sarutobi Hiruzen, who is Hokage, and other consultants and senior executives. At least the dirty water will not be splashed on them. If it is later and nothing is done, who knows if other people's scandals will be exposed. In that case, their entire Konoha senior management would be distrusted and even hated. At that time, whether Sarutobi Hiruzen can continue to do Hokage is unknown. You must know that the reason why Sarutobi Hiruzen abdicated and put Namikaze Minato on the throne was for the sake of the Third Ninja World War, and for those ninjas who died, to bear the price of mistakes and pay. Therefore, once Sarutobi Hiruzen also loses popular support, the whole village will force him to choose a new Hokage and retreat to the background again. After all, no one wants a person who is covered in filth and has a bad reputation to be their village head. When I go out, I don't know how to be ridiculed by other ninja village people. Because of this, Uchiha Kaharu, who wanted to help Danzo, was silent, and Sarutobi Hiruzen, who was interested in the position of Hokage, was also silent. As for Mitokado Homura, I absolutely agree with it. Seeing this, Lu Ju was not in a hurry. People seek advantages and avoid disadvantages, and who would like to take care of things that are thankless? No matter how good their relationship is, no matter how long they have known each other, they will make choices that benefit themselves. Do you know Danzo's physical condition? Sarutobi Hiruzen lit his pipe and spoke silently. Oh, I see. It is said that after waking up, I haven't spoken a word, and I haven't responded to anything outside. I guess I won't be able to live normally in the future, let alone continue to lead the route. Sarutobi Hiruzen opened his mouth, and the skinny Kaharu immediately understood what he wanted to say. In that case, let Danzo go home and rest, and I will take over his work for the time being. Sarutobi Hiruzen agreed with Lu Ju's suggestion and decided to abandon Danzo. Anyway, Danzo is autistic, so let him take care of his body thoroughly, rest well, and spend his old age peacefully. Soon after, a statement, an order from Hokage, came out. Shimura Danzo, who is disrespectful, immoral, and disrespectful, has resigned from his position as assistant Hokage and ceased all work with immediate effect. In addition, Shimura Danzo will make compensation for the damaged izakaya and the injuries suffered by others, a total of 2 million taels. Also, 3rd Hokage Sarutobi Hiruzen will also donate 5 million taels to provide financial assistance for the Konoha Shinobi School, Ninja Hospital, Orphanage, etc. Finally, rumors should not be trusted, and I hope everyone will be cautious in their words and deeds, so as not to disturb the peace of the village. And, all the ninjas in Konoha, the heads of the departments, hope to learn from this and not commit any crimes again, and the villagers will jointly supervise them. ***, Master Danzo, this is a statement from the Hokage building that you have been suspended. Anbu, sent by Master Hokage, has also begun to enter the root base and take over everything. Master Danzo, hurry up and recover. Otherwise, we will be completely banned by Anbu. Master Danzo. Yamanaka looked worriedly at Danzo, who still didn't respond, feeling extremely uncomfortable. Although the ninjas at the root are all bound by the curse seal, and they have been cultivated as cold-blooded machines without emotion and only know how to obey orders since they were young, but Yamanaka Fung is not, perhaps because he followed Danzo the first time and the longest time, therefore, there is still a little bit of sincerity. Looking at Danzo, who was motionless, Yamanaka sighed and turned to leave. At this time, Danzo's eyeballs rolled, watching Yamanaka's back disappear. Was given up by them. It was beyond his expectation that Danzo would be abandoned so quickly. He knew that his reputation must be rotten and ruined, it was definitely not a joke. He even wanted to apologize with death. Anyway, don't even think about Hokage's position, even if there is a chance to be in the top position, who will support him when something like this happens. Even Daimyo can't get through there. But what he didn't expect was that Sarutobi Hiruzen not only didn't help him, but even abandoned him in order to preserve his innocence. Sarutobi Hiruzen, Udatain Kaharu, Mitokado Homura. You guys did a great job. Even though Danzo doesn't care about anything anymore, he is still angry when faced with his friend's betrayal. Without comfort, without encouragement, without explanation, a piece of paper turned his years of hard work and dedication into blanks. 5 million taels. Sarutobi, you will really make yourself famous. He is already. Sarutobi Hiruzen has not forgotten to use his remaining value to contribute to his political achievements. This made Danzo even more angry. Just then, the door was opened and 2 nurses walked in. Tisk, I really don't want to come in, this person is too disgusting, he still does such a shameful thing at such an old age. Keep your voice down, he is a big shot, if you are overheard, you will be finished. HMPH, what are you afraid of? Didn't you see how he looks like this? He's still a big man, he's really embarrassing our Master Hokage. You, shut up, in case Master Danzo overhears. 2 nurses, one thin and young, were whispering to their companions to pay attention to the situation and not to talk nonsense. The nurse who spoke harshly and had a bad tone was slightly fatter, stronger, and older, with an indifferent look on her face. They were in charge of wiping Danzo's body and changing the urinal by the way. The older nurse, with a disgusted face and rude hands, was very upset. Master Danzo, didn't you hear that he was fired by Lord Hokage? He's nothing now. Danzo was expressionless, listening to their discussion without any reaction. He looked unable to move, as if paralyzed and stupid. It was only because he felt disgusted with himself, and felt that there was nothing in this world that he wanted to commemorate. That's how it looks. It doesn't mean he can't hear, see, or feel. You must know that in the past, even a Jonin had to be respectful in front of him and dare not have any opinions. Where would it be like now? The little nurses in the 2 hospitals dared to treat him like this. Originally, Danzo didn't want to talk to him, didn't want to care about it, but for some reason, when he saw the fat nurse in front of him, the memory of last night suddenly flashed in his mind, and his body gradually responded. Ah, the little nurse suddenly exclaimed. What's wrong? Sister, you, look at this. The little nurse blushed and pointed to a certain part of Danzo, then turned her head away. Cut, disrespectful fool. Why did Hokage get fired from his position? This kind of person should go to jail. The nurse named Sister Yu became even more disgusted when she saw Danzo's reaction. Especially because of Danzo's ugly and incomplete appearance, he felt a sense of vomiting in his heart. Maybe it's because she has never seen Danzo before, and she doesn't even know such a person, so she doesn't have the slightest fear of Danzo, even though she knows that he is a big man, but now, Hokage has removed his position and the village talks about him. It was a burst of ridicule. What is she afraid of such a person? Sister Yu was cursing, but she didn't notice the change in Danzo's eyes. Danzo didn't know why. After what happened last night, he should be extremely disgusted when he saw this kind of woman. However, he actually reacted so frankly. As if the medicine he took still had an effect, he stood up. A fire rose in his heart, coupled with what this person said, and thinking that he was abandoned by Sarutobi Hiruzen and others, he was angry, and then he moved. Where's the person? In the blink of an eye, Sister Yu realized that the people under her hand had disappeared. Sister Yu, you're back. The little nurse turned her head and saw Shimura Danzo standing behind Sister Yu, with an expressionless face and eyes that seemed to be breathing fire. Sister Yu was so frightened that she was about to turn around, but suddenly, a chakra slammed onto her body. Self-karma curse seal. Danzo spoke indifferently, and a black curse mark under his hand quickly covered the whole body of the nurse named Sister Yu, sealing her actions. Although he doesn't know the magical immobilization technique of Uchiha Madara, fortunately, he is also very familiar with the sealing technique, and has also researched and developed a lot of spell seals suitable for him. Tuan, group, Lord Danzo. The little nurse was frightened and stupid, and stayed where she was at a loss. With a dodge, Danzo's right hand grabbed her neck and squeezed hard, ending her life. At this moment, it seemed that the ruthless root leader had returned. Then Danzo turned around and looked at the immobilized sister-in-law. You, what do you want to do? What do I want to do? He. Danzo looked at her grimly and laughed. Call out. Yamanaka Fung returned to the hospital, and just about to open the door of Danzo's ward, he heard the movement in the room with excellent hearing. The woman gasped. Quote exclamation mark. Quote. Yamanaka Fung immediately realized that there was someone inside, and just wanted to break in violently, but stopped again. This sound is wrong. Recalling what happened last night, Yamanaka quietly withdrew his hand and stood guard outside. After a while, even Yamanaka Fung wondered whether Master Danzo's medicine had not passed, or why it took so long. A voice sounded inside. Come in, Master Danzo. Yamanaka walked in with his head down, ignoring the corpse lying on the ground, and the disheveled nurse on the hospital bed. Clean them up. Danzo, who was dressed neatly, seemed to have returned to normal, with eyes full of coldness. He gave an order to Yamanaka Fung and went out. Yes. At this moment, Yamanaka Fung was very happy that Danzo had returned to normal, with a backbone at the root. But when he saw the target he wanted to clean up, the corners of his mouth twitched. It seems that Danzo seems to have recovered, but his temperament and hobbies seem to have changed. No one would have thought, even Naruto himself, that what happened yesterday would force Danzo to become even more perverted. Danzo, who was walking back to the root, had a flame of anger and hatred in his eyes. Uchiha Madara, Sarutobi Hiruzen, Udatain Kaharu, Mitokado Homura. You people, especially you, Uchiha Madara, whether you are him or not, I want your Uchiha clan to disappear completely from now on. Sarutobi Hiruzen also received the news of Danzo's sobriety. He was a little flustered, and wanted to wait for him to come and question him, and then he would persuade him with good words and promise a bunch of benefits to stabilize Danzo. As a result, no one came to see him at all. Call back the person who was sent to the root, and don't worry about it over there. Sarutobi Hiruzen sighed. Let Danzo continue to be the leader of the root. Anyway, his job is to act in the dark. It doesn't matter whether he is dismissed or not. The main reason is that he is also afraid of pressing Danzo, and the dog jumps over the wall in a hurry. Yes, Lord Hokage, root base, Yamanaka, does the Uchiha side know about Shisui? As soon as Danzo came back, he drove out all Anbu's people. Even though Anbu was dissatisfied, he didn't dare to do it directly. As Hokage's subordinates, they have been with Sarutobi Hiruzen and know Danzo better than most people. Fortunately, the people who went back to ask for instructions brought news, and sure enough, they don't need to take care of the fundamental matters. They don't seem to know that Shisui is dead yet, but they are already looking for his whereabouts. Then pass the news that Shisui was killed by Itachi quietly and let them know. Danzo is going to take revenge on Uchiha, start with Shisui, use him, and watch Uchiha's follow-up reaction. Better to force them to do it directly. As long as they dare to shoot, Danzo will have a reason to fight back. As for whether it will consume Konoha's power, Danzo doesn't care. In the past, he tried his best for Konoha, but he couldn't surpass the mountain of Sarutobi Hiruzen and reach the position of Hokage. On the contrary, when he was in trouble, he was the one to blame, and this time he was directly and completely abandoned. In his heart, there was nothing but hatred at this moment. Maybe, taking this opportunity, it would be nice to kill Sarutobi Hiruzen by the way. Danzo sat in the dark and smiled darkly. Office of Konoha Security Department. What's the matter, haven't you found Shisui yet? Fugaku asked worriedly. Shisui didn't return all night, and he didn't know whether he was dead or alive. But considering Shisui's strength, Fugaku can't help but expect more. There is no news about him yet. We also went to the Hokage building to inquire. Shisui didn't go out of the village to do missions yesterday. On the other hand, there are many traces of battle on the Nanhi River, and it was caused by fire style. Patriarch, Shisui must have been attacked, right? Inahara was very worried and doubted Hokage's side. Where's the ferret? It seems that Itachi hasn't gone out today. Patriarch, didn't Itachi not attend the clan meeting last night? He didn't see Shisui. Taihuo frowned, and felt faintly in his heart that Itachi was suspicious, but he didn't have any evidence, so he couldn't express it directly in front of Fugaku. You also know what happened last night. Itachi was held back by Anbu. Keep looking for it, and let me know if you find it. Fugaku had a headache, and was happy that Danzo had been dismissed and lost his rights before, but now he can't take care of himself. Taihuo and Daohuo nodded and left. Soon after, a piece of information came into Taihuo's hands. He looked at the things in his hand and frowned vigorously. Whether it is true or false, he needs to verify it. He found Daohuo, Yadai, and several other clansmen. Is this true? Itachi. How could he be? Yeah, Shisui is Itachi's friend. Taihuo, where did this information come from? Let's not be used by others. Let's go to the patriarch. Itachi is his son, I believe he will give an explanation to the clan. After seeing the information in Taihuo's hands, several people were extremely surprised. But because of Itachi's identity, they didn't suspect Itachi immediately. Did you forget Itachi was absent last night? How could it be such a coincidence that Itachi and Shisui were both away? Moreover, it is clearly stated that not only Itachi may have killed Shisui, but also that Itachi has defected and become a double agent, sending news to Hokage. But, anyway, let's try it first, if it's not the best, if it is. Taihuo's eyes flashed. If it is really him, then even if he is the patriarch's son, he must be punished. Okay, let's go find Itachi. Fugaku's home. Taihuo and others knocked on the door, and saw Weasel with a sluggish expression. Brother Iron Fire, is there something wrong? I want to ask where you were last night. Last night, I stayed in Anbu. Itachi, we want to ask you, is it you? Taihuo stared at Itachi, and Itachi raised his head suspiciously. Kill Shisui. At that moment, Itachi heard that Taihuo knew the news of Shisui's life and death, and his eyes changed. I didn't see Jungchu last night. Is it really not you? No, that's the best. Taihuo noticed the change in Itachi's eyes, and had an answer in his heart. He didn't expose Itachi to his face, and left with a few identities. Itachi silently watched their backs, aware of something wrong. You see it. Yes, but, what if Itachi just lied about not meeting Shisui? Stupid. Inafora, if you see it, you've seen it. Why lie? Even if Itachi didn't do it himself, he must be an insider. Besides Itachi, the only ones left are Hokage and Danzo. Taihuo loves Uchiha more than most people, and even regards sacrificing his life for Uchiha as his only belief, so he can't tolerate sand in his eyes. For him, the lying Itachi is already a traitor. Master Danzo, the news has already been passed on, now it depends on their reaction. Well, keep an eye on their every move. Yes, Danzo is now very much looking forward to the choices made by Uchiha, especially hoping that they will make a move on Sarutobi Hiruzen, preferably like Uchiha Madara, directly to the Hokage building. And here, Itachi went back to the room to change into Anbu's uniform after Iron Fire and the others left, and immediately headed towards the Hokage building. He realized that his identity might have been exposed. The news of Shisui's death will definitely aggravate the emotions of the clansmen. Hatred makes people impulsive, especially the arrogant Uchiha, who will behave more seriously. He must inform Hokage as soon as possible to make them ready. Sure enough, Sarutobi Hiruzen knew about it, too. He had just fired Danzo and was thinking about how to deal with Uchiha when something happened over there. As a last resort, Sarutobi Hiruzen immediately called the consultant for a meeting, hesitated again and sent someone to call Danzo over. After all, as long as Danzo pays attention to hiding himself and not being discovered by the villagers, then other people will not talk too much even if they feel upset. However, after seeing Itachi, Danzo's first words shocked the audience. For the sake of the village, are you willing to let the Uchiha clan disappear completely? Danzo, what are you talking about? Sarutobi Hiruzen snapped. How could he say such things in front of Itachi? This is not the best solution. It is not what Sarutobi Hiruzen wants to see. Of course, that's not to say that Sarutobi Hiruzen doesn't want Uchiha gone. After all, as long as this unstable factor exists in the village for a day, he doesn't know how much hair he needs. But, according to Danzo, what a price to pay to make a group of Uchiha with Sharingan disappear. Isn't this the same as the nature of their actions after Uchiha's rebellion? The difference is who is the active party and who is the passive party. Even Uchiha Kaharu, Mitokado Homura looked at Danzo in shock. They wondered if Danzo had been hit too hard, so he acted more violently and directly. Or are they blaming them for abandoning Danzo, so they made random comments in retaliation? Hiruzen, what are you pretending? Didn't you already guess the ending? Wait for Uchiha to regret it. Oh, dreaming. Danzo also stopped pretending, went straight to the showdown, and spoke more directly. Sarutobi Hiruzen was stunned by what Danzo said, although he knew and thought so, but you can't just say that directly. He is Hokage. With the will of fire, how could he do such a thing as an extermination? If someone finds out about this, how will he mess around in the future? Itachi, if you were to kill everyone in Uchiha to keep the peace of the village, would you be willing? Danzo looked at Itachi with a sneer. He didn't expect Itachi to agree, he just wanted to see the painful expression on Itachi's face. Of course, he also really wanted to see Uchiha all dead, especially after they launched a rebellion and dragged Sarutobi Hiruzen to die together. Result: I would. Danzo, Sarutobi Hiruzen, Uchiha Kaharu, Mitokado Homura. What the hell? Itachi actually agreed. This is asking you to kill your own people. Especially your parents, even your younger brother. Are you able to do this? How dare you? At this moment, they once again experienced the madness and neurosis of this family. This was simply beyond the expectations of everyone present. Especially Danzo, he was completely embarrassed. No, how did you agree so quickly? Why didn't you refuse? Think again. I'm still waiting for them to make a move first, and then reap the benefits myself. Do you know what you're talking about? Uchiha, Itachi. Danzo deliberately increased the volume on the word, Uchiha. Then I saw Itachi nodded expressionlessly. I know what I'm talking about and what I'm going to do, but I have a case. Itachi was already mentally prepared. Clan, village, he chooses the village. And, didn't he expect this scene a long time ago? From the moment he threw the knife at Quan, he had already made up his mind, and he no longer hesitated. For Shisui, I didn't tell you to do that. I disagree. Seeing Itachi made a condition, Danzo immediately refused, and he was unwilling to listen. But some people don't want to. What are your conditions? Sarutobi Hiruzen, who has already calculated the pros and cons in such a short period of time, said that this condition can be listened to. Although it may be unrealistic or difficult to solve a group of people with the strength of Itachi alone, but he will help. Just get rid of this Uchiha mess. He didn't want to pretend either. Protect my brother Sasuke, as long as you agree to this condition, I will accept this task. I disagree. The Uchiha clan will never allow any blood to pass down. Danzo wants them dead. He didn't even want to keep Itachi's life. But no one listened to him. Is this the only condition? I agreed. I agreed too. Can you detain Koharu and Mitokado? Homura immediately nodded. It's a good deal to exchange the lives of everyone in Uchiha with a 6-year-old Sasuke. And it was Uchiha Itachi who did it. It has nothing to do with them. This is just as good as it gets. You detain Koharu and Mitokado. Homura, 2 old clappers, even wanted to laugh out loud. Hiruzen, Danzo, have you forgotten that you have been dismissed? What the hell, since you know that my position has been dismissed, why do you want me to come? You will regret this. Danzo twisted his face angrily, got up and left directly. Danzo, your man. This time Sarutobi Hiruzen didn't use the famous saying, I am Hokage, to attack him. In his opinion, even if Danzo tried his best, he couldn't become Hokage. Last night's scandal was enough to scar him for 10,000 years. He was even a little bit happy that the masked man helped him solve a heart problem. Don't worry, I will do what I promised you, so, when are you going to do it? Sarutobi Hiruzen is once again the kind-hearted and amiable Grandpa Hokage. Quote. Just tonight, before they react. Do you need me to send someone to help you? You may not be able to do it alone. No, you just need to help me block the land of the Uchiha tribe. I have my own way. That's fine. Sarutobi Hiruzen nodded without pressing. Anyway, when the time comes, just send Anbu to surround them, come out one by one to solve one by one. Danzo went back to the roots angrily. Asshole. He is also crazy, to make such a suggestion to a lunatic. What's even crazier is that the Itachi agreed. This is different from what he thought. However, letting Uchiha's people kill their own people, seems like a good idea. Uchiha Madara, right, just wait for your descendants to kill each other. See if you can make a move. And Sharingan, I'm leaving. Chirp chirp chirp. A bird flew into the classroom Mono Jiao and landed on Naruto's hand, who was leaning against the window. Those who saw this scene were extremely envious. Especially the girls. Now the row in front of Naruto is full of girls. If it wasn't for Shikamaru and Choji still standing beside Naruto, this place would have fallen too. What's the situation? Itachi went to the Hokage building, and now headed deep into the Uchiha forest, to find Obito. Naruto frowned slightly, not quite understanding what Itachi was going to do with Obito at this time. Is the night of genocide going to be brought forward? The year is not over yet. We have to find a way to pass this news to the ontology. Naruto's shadow clone is still teaching in the classroom, and the ontology is still busy spreading rumors to slander Danzo. Realizing that the situation was urgent, the avatar directly raised his hand, asked for leave and went to the toilet. If it wasn't for the bird that couldn't follow Itachi into the Hokage building, he would know what happened now. Is Itachi actually going to make a move? Naruto's main body received the news from the clone, and once again separated a clone to continue the class, while the main body immediately chased after Itachi. The other side, where Obito is hiding, Naruto has already left the mark of Flying Thunder God there through the bird, so he can arrive at any time. Have you made up your mind yet? Obito appeared, looked at Itachi and asked. Yes, I need your help. Well, let's make an agreement. I'll help you wipe out the Uchiha clan, and you'll pretend you didn't see what I did. Obito's purpose is Sharingan, which is used to prepare to launch Izanagi, and like Danzo, he is used as a stand-in. You want me not to use Sharingan to record your actions? Yes, this is also the proof that I let your brother die. I have no interest in the Uchiha people who have not opened their eyes. Just let me rest assured, I know, I have no other choice but you. Itachi knew that it was impossible to solve everyone in a short period of time by himself without causing turmoil. But fortunately, this person who calls himself Uchiha Madara also has a need for Uchiha, so he can join hands with him. Itachi doesn't care what he wants to do, as long as he doesn't do anything to Sasuke. If you are desperate, you can come to my organization. Your organization? It's called Shao. Itachi left and agreed to do it at 7 o'clock in the evening. He was responsible for solving the most powerful guards, and Itachi would take care of the rest. Can I join your organization too? Obito just turned around and was about to walk into the hole when a voice sounded from behind. It's you. Obito didn't seem surprised that he had been exposed here, and he looked back at the Anbu ninja who had rescued Izumi before. Are you using the transformation technique, pretending to be me, just to get revenge on Danzo? Although Obito wasn't sure if it was him, it didn't stop him from testing it out. My revenge on Danzo is the same as your revenge on Uchiha, isn't it? With a bang, Naruto changed into Obito. I remember you will be Flying Thunder God, or Anbu's identity. What, is Sarutobi Hiruzen going to attack Danzo? Obito watched the guy in front of him become himself, feeling extremely upset. Oh, what did I say that I'm from Anbu? Couldn't it be pretending too? What is your purpose? My purpose, of course, is revenge on Konoha. You came to me, probably not to chat with me. Tell me, what do you want to do? I'm not sure whether the person in front of me really wants to take revenge on Konoha as he said, but it doesn't matter, as long as he doesn't interfere with his own affairs and makes a proper deal with the other party, Obito will not refuse. Aren't you curious about my identity? Will you tell me? And, don't talk to me like me. Obito was talking to himself, feeling very strange. Let me tell you, I hope you won't be too surprised. Naruto released the transformation technique while speaking. HMPH, what else in this world can surprise me? It's you. With a bang, Naruto showed his original appearance, and Odai, who saw him, was stunned. He never dreamed that this guy would be Uzumaki Naruto. Nine Tails Jinchuriki. Am I hallucinating? Not only Obito was stunned, but even Ju, who was hiding at the side, looked at Naruto in disbelief. Is this guy stupid? How dare you show up to them? Didn't know they wanted Nine Tails. Courting death. Or idiot. Successful anti-routine. Get a Mangekyo Sharingan, Tsukuyomi's right eye. Successful anti-routine. Get Mayfly technique. Integrate your body with the vegetation on the ground to achieve the effect of high-speed movement. Unique infiltration technique. Cut off all breath during ninjutsu. I actually got the ancestral Tsukuyomi. Well, it's better than nothing. After getting the right eye, plus Kamui's left eye from last time, Naruto has gathered a pair to unlock Susanoo. And the ability of these eyes is given directly, instead of getting two eyeballs, so Naruto BJDI can actively switch Sharingan and can better pretend to be Uchiha. Vortex Naruto. Obito looked at Naruto, speechless. Nine Tails was delivered to his door, but he doesn't want it now. Even if he got it, he has no place to keep it. The main reason is that Nagato's Akatsuki organization is still developing power, working hard to make money. The Geto statue must seal the tail beasts in the order of 1 tail, 2 tails, 8 tails, and 9 tails. Now that 1 tail has not been obtained yet, if they get 9 tails first, their plan may be forced to advance. But they are not yet ready to meet the wrath of the entire ninja world and the 5 major ninja villages. Once they fight, they will suffer a lot. So Obito is stumped. It's me. What exactly are you trying to do? Have you not understood yet? Take revenge on Konoha. Although I understand a little bit. But you're only 6 years old, isn't that too outrageous? Obito also suddenly remembered, Uzumaki Naruto, who is only 6 years old, can Flying Thunder God. Can Rasengan, even pretend to be him to do things. This kind of IQ, this kind of strength, what the hell are you able to do at the age of 6? You can't be fake. No, you don't understand. I've had enough of this fake Konoha, this fake world. Obito. Oh, tell me more. Absolutely. Elaborate. Why is it that I am the son of a hero, the son of the 4th Hokage, and no one knows me? No one wants to tell me. Why was I born without parents? Why am I alone? Why do people call me the demon fox? Could it be that I did something that hurt the world? Since they've done this to me, why should I do what others want? What to do, Hokage? I'm going to destroy Konoha. Destroy this village saved by Namikaze Minato's life. Naruto's expression was ferocious, his eyes were red, as if he had lost his mind due to anger and hatred. Obito and Ju were shocked. It's not been a day or two since they came to Konoha, so they naturally know everything about Naruto clearly. For this reason, Obito still sighed, as the son of Namikaze Minato, Nine Tails Jinchuriki, suffered such treatment in the village. He looked down on Sarutobi Hiruzen and Shimura Danzo from the bottom of his heart. it was too insidious, especially Sarutobi Hiruzen, who seemed to be kind, as if he was thinking of Naruto, made Obito extremely disgusted. But no matter how miserable Naruto is, it has nothing to do with Obito. His goal is to create a world where there is only Lin. However, he never imagined that the 6-year-old Naruto in front of him, who already thinks like an adult, actually feels the same as him, that the world is extremely false. Even wanted to ruin everything. This is really so good. I can help you, but are you trustworthy? Regardless of whether Naruto's ideas hit Obito's heart, anyway, in Obito's view, Naruto offered to come to his door, and he has no reason to refuse. Although there is no need to capture Nine Tails now, if you hold him in your hand, won't it be very convenient when you need it? The only question is, will Naruto run away if he knows his target is the Nine Tails inside him? However, this kid seems to be able to Flying Thunder God, not absolutely sure, a bit hard to catch. Wait, how can he Flying Thunder God? As a deal, let me give you a gift first. Naruto returned to normal, and the anger disappeared, but under the influence of the fraudster, it seems that the effect on Obito is quite good. Naruto then throws a bottle containing the Sharingan to Obito. This is Distinguished Heavenly Gods, Eyes of Shisui. Quote exclamation mark quote. Obito was shocked, he got the eyes he wanted. How did it come to you? Snatched it from Danzo. Obito immediately thought of what had happened to Danzo. Yes, this thing should be enough. Because Naruto obtained a Buddhist pure heart lotus, it can resist all spiritual attacks and any illusions after wearing it, so he doesn't have to worry about the influence of distinguished heavenly gods on him, and this Mangekyo's ability is not as good as Kamui's. Hands are useless. Enough is enough, but, are you really Naruto the Vortex? It's not that Obito wants to be suspicious, it's that Naruto is too evil. What was he doing when he was 6 years old? This Nine Tails is still in a sealed state, and the leaked chakra can barely burst out. But it takes a lot of anger to do it. Can this be proven? Naruto pulled back his clothes, revealing the intricate 8-sign seal on his belly. Okay, with 8-sign seal, there is no need to doubt it. By the way, do you want Nine Tails? Naruto spoke suddenly, so frightened that he thought he had revealed his inner intentions. What's the meaning? Nine Tails is such a powerful tail beast, you should also want it, but I can't give you this in my body. Hearing this, Kurama in Naruto's body became uneasy. It was the first time he met his own Jinchuriki and sent it to his door. Especially in front of Uchiha. I wonder if it hates Uchiha and Senju Hashirama the most in its life. It roared in the sealed space, and a large number of chakra rushed towards the gap of the 8-sign seal. He was really worried that Uzumaki Naruto, a kid, wanted to seek death on purpose. Although he really wanted to leave the seal, he didn't want to be controlled by Sharingan either. It has long recognized the guy outside, the guy who broke the seal a few years ago when Kushina was weak. Successful anti-routine, get the key of 8-sign seal, which can unlock the seal in the body. While Naruto was talking, the chakra in his body was shaken violently, and an extremely violent and powerful red chakra overflowed his body. Forehead. Naruto was stunned. Is Kurama angry? Is it because you said you wanted to send it out? Wait a minute, Nine Tails seems to be angry, I'll go comfort you. Naruto closed his eyes as he said that, and his consciousness entered the sealed space. Well, now it is even more certain that this kid is the true body of Nine Tails Jinchuriki. But is he so big-hearted? Isn't he afraid to take the opportunity to make a move? Also, what did he mean by what he just said? If you can't give it to him, who should you give it to? At this time, Ju quietly emerged from the ground, looking at Naruto with complicated eyes. He also couldn't be fixed by this one-handed operation. Isn't he afraid that he would die if he played too much with fire? What do you think? Take, Lord Madara. Why would you refuse such a good opportunity? Let's wait and see. Anyway, it will take time. Really? Ju nodded. Since the 9 tails are automatically delivered to your door, let's keep them. Inside the sealed space. Kurama, you're angry. Naruto looked at the furious 9 tails calmly and said. Do you know what you're doing? That's evil Uchiha. Don't pull me if you want to die. I know who he is. The first is that he controlled you to destroy Konoha, and I also know that it is because of him that Namikaze Minato and Kushina died young, and then I became a pillar of humanity. Became what it is now. Quote, and you, Kurama is at a loss, so you know this, why do you want to do this? Trust me, Kurama, maybe I will do something unexpected, but I will not play with my life. Losing the tail beast, Jinchuriki will die, I still know that. Then you'd better not take it off. I'm not going to save you. Kurama remembered that after observing Naruto's every move during this period, he felt that this kid was not as simple as he appeared on the surface, the source of his strength was unknown, and his brain circuit was abnormal, so it was difficult to guess his real thoughts. But since he still cares about his own life, let's see. Anyway, he is in the seal and can't do anything. Outside world. Okay, let's continue. Can you talk to the tailed beast? Does it still listen to you? Obito finds it a little strange that Nine Tails, who is so violent, is willing to talk to a child. Isn't it the one that hates humans and Jinchuriki the most? What's the matter? Although Nine Tails looks big, but his personality is similar to that of a bear, just coax him. Kurama, you're an idiot. Ah, yes, if you want Nine Tails, I have a suggestion, do you want to listen to it? 0. What suggestion? Obito and Ju were very curious. Remember Namikaze Minato? In order to seal Nine Tails, he made me a Jinchuriki. He used the sealing technique Ghoul Seal, split Nine Tails in two, and sealed half of them in my body. Half of it is sealed in his body, so as long as you unlock the Ghoul Seal, you can get the other half of Nine Tails. How about it? Are you interested? And this, Mr. Nepenthes? Naruto glanced at Obito and Ju next to him. Absolutely. White Zetsu. You are the pitcher plant. I am White Zetsu. Oh, hello, Mr. White Pig. VR. Okay, be quiet, Juan said. He didn't care what to call, what he cared about was Naruto's words. Can you undo the Ghoul Seal? Of course, after all, I am a member of the Whirlpool. Wait, I was curious before, why do you know so much? So much ninjutsu. Obito finally couldn't take it anymore. Because when Namikaze Minato and Kushina died, besides the 8-sign seal, there were other things left behind. Oh, I get it. Chakra is right, Obito thinks he knows the truth. So you've been pretending all these years? White Zetsu exclaimed. How can this be called pretending? Then you are. I did it to match Sarutobi Hiruzen's performance. After all, he is so old, it's not easy. Why? Naruto's lies came out of his mouth without hesitation, leaving Obito and Ju speechless. Obito, Sarutobi Hiruzen is miserable. I see, if you want, I can let you join my organization, and when I leave, I can also take you with me. Obito thinks that if he can really get the other half of Nine Tails by then, it would be good to gain Naruto as an ally. Moreover, he wouldn't really follow Madara's plan step by step. He always felt that Madara had reservations about him. Maybe she was planning something else, otherwise Black Zetsu wouldn't be left to watch him all the time. I don't plan to leave Konoha, at least I can't go out as a traitor. Then what do you mean? I mean, I can hang out with you and leave Shadow Clone in the village. Naruto didn't want to leave with his front feet, followed by a bunch of Konoha ninjas. Besides, Konoha's wool hasn't been plucked yet, and leaving with Obito is at best a side mission. Also, 160, Obito nodded, agreeing with him. He also didn't want Xiao's organization's purpose to be exposed prematurely, causing unnecessary trouble. See you tonight then, Naruto said and was about to leave. Wait, what are you doing tonight? Help you kill the Uchiha clan tonight, to show my sincerity. Don't worry, I'm not interested in Sharingan, and I won't snatch it from you. Naruto walked away after finishing speaking. Obito is hesitant to speak, but Uchiha still needs him. Obito, don't worry, I'll keep an eye on him. It absolutely means that no matter which half of Nine Tails it is, as long as it is Nine Tails, it is good. And as the son of Nine Tails Jinchuriki, 4th Hokage, his thoughts are so rebellious, this couldn't be better for him. He even faintly regretted it. Why didn't he try to confuse him earlier? If Nine Tails Jinchuriki is developed into a tool man, then his plan will develop more smoothly. Alas, what a pity. Uchiha Training Ground. A beautiful figure is exercising tirelessly. Although Quan has stopped accepting any tasks and has become a retired state, it doesn't mean that even his strength will be wasted. Especially after obtaining the Mangekyo Sharingan, she paid more attention to the practice of taijutsu. Call out. You don't care about your physical exercise so much. If you get injured, I can't help you. A familiar voice sounded from behind, and Quan turned his head happily. I saw Naruto sitting on a stake, looking at her and laughing. Don't you still have that ball that can heal the body? Wouldn't it be enough to eat one at that time? Quan wiped the sweat from his brow and walked over. Naruto used a cleansing technique on Izumi, which refreshed Izumi's body, and Izumi was no stranger to Naruto's ninjutsu. In the past few months, Naruto and Izumi have met many times. From the embarrassment of that night to the familiarity now, the two get along very naturally. You are really welcome. There are 5 in total. You ate 3. Now there is only 1 left. If you get injured again, there is nothing you can do. Naruto rolled his eyes. The last time Izumi was stabbed by Itachi, he directly consumed 2 healing pills to save his life. That's okay, there's no one who doesn't get hurt when you're a ninja. Quan smiled indifferently, and she also feels that her exercise has not reached the limit. It may be because of taking the medicine given by Naruto. While healing the body, it also strengthens the physical fitness, which has improved a lot compared to before. For Quan, it is like a tiger with wings added. Why did you come here suddenly? Itachi is about to make a move. Tonight, Quan was startled and became silent. Although she had already made mental preparations, when the day came, she still couldn't accept it. That's right, it was inevitable. Shisui died too, at the hands of Danzo, and Uchiha also got the news. They couldn't sit still. Shisui died too. How could this be? The conflict between Uchiha and the village cannot be reconciled unless Shifang has a strong force to suppress Shich. Originally Shisui's Mangekyo, together with Fugaku's, and yours, might still be able to show their strength and sit down and talk, but you are not in the same mind, and Shisui only believes in the village, and this road has long since disappeared. For the peace of the village, Itachi chose to sacrifice the Uchiha clan in exchange for his brother's safety. Sasuke, you mean, Sasuke can survive? Izumi looked at Naruto in surprise. She thought Itachi would kill everyone including his brother. Don't you know how much Itachi loves Sasuke? How can he do anything? Then he can do anything to me. Because he doesn't like you. Quan was speechless. Indeed, Itachi didn't care about her, so of course he could do it. It can be seen that Sasuke is different to him. What do you want to do? What should I do? Quan didn't know what to do. She couldn't stop it, and even if she stopped Itachi, the family would not stop at that time. After today, leave the village. I've found a place for you. You go and stay there first. How about you? If I say it, I will go there with you to have a look for the time being. That's good. Quan felt relieved a little. Quan was already alone, and it was not a bad idea to leave the village. But Itachi's strength. Can he succeed? Of course it would work. Shisui died in front of him, making him open the Mangekyo Sharingan. He's opened his eyes too. Come on, I see. Quan was surprised, but had no other thoughts. She also went through the process of opening her eyes, so she naturally knew how it would feel if the person she cared about died. So Itachi likes Shisui. By the way, there is still some time, let me mention it to you. Naruto remembered the Hashirama cells he had stolen from the root base, and he wanted to inject some into Izumi to see the effect. If Izumi's body can be adapted to Hashirama cells, let alone wood style, at least it can make her Mangekyo not go blind so quickly. And with him here, and Fusheng pill, if something happens to Quan, he can save him. Not to mention, Izumi's Mangekyo, which represents the psychic power of Yin-Dan, coupled with his own Mangekyo, suppressing a little Hashirama cells should do the trick. How to improve? Let's change to a safe place. Naruto reached out, took Quan, launched Flying Thunder God, and went to the Death Forest. When the Chunin exam is not held here, almost no one comes here. Naruto has been practicing ninjutsu here for more than half a year, and he has not seen any ninjas. It is quiet and safe. Forest of Death, so what to do? This is the cell of Senju Hashirama. If it can fuse after injection, then you will get a strong body, powerful healing power, and maybe even awaken wood style. But there is also a great danger. Hashirama cells are like viruses, with a strong phagocytic ability. If the body cannot adapt, it will turn into a pile of wood. Quote, cells of the first Hokage. Quan was startled. Wait, you said it's so dangerous, I can't really die. Can you handle it? Try and talk. Hey, you're not going to die, are you? Izumi stared at Naruto. Of course not. It's for your own good. It will be a little painful later. You have to bear with it. As long as you succeed, you don't have to worry about being blind when you use Mangekyo in the future. Naruto patiently explained. Okay, I trust you. Quan believes that Naruto will not harm her, and she doesn't know where the confidence comes from. Naruto took out a syringe containing 2 milliliters of Hashirama's cell solution, which he planned to inject directly into the vein, just like a drip. Intravenous infusion of drugs enters the heart after entering the superior vena cava. Through the pulmonary circulation, the heart pumps into the aorta, and finally spreads to the whole body. I don't know if Izumi's body will grow a Hashirama face if he succeeds. Thinking of this, Naruto's expression changed. It must be true. However, the injection has been completed. What's wrong? Seeing the change in Naruto's face, Izumi trembled in his heart. Maybe something went wrong at the beginning. It's okay, you can experience the changes in your body carefully, and then tell me. Naruto returned to normal. To be reasonable, Yamato is fine, and should be fine. Only Madara is special. After all, the chest tattoo of a lover is a social person from now on. Madara is the only Hashirama in Hokage, which is not incomprehensible. Ah, here, Quan, who had just finished the injection, cried out in pain. How about it? It hurts, my army. I saw that Quan's left elbow, which had just been injected, had bruised veins and turned pale. Grass. As expected of the Hashirama virus. This effect is too fast. Open Mangekyo. Use your psychic power to suppress. Reminded by Naruto, Izumi quickly opened the Mangekyo Sharingan and ran chakra all over his body. Through his eyes, Izumi saw the changes in his elbows, and a powerful force was going straight to his heart along his blood vessels. Naruto also opened Mangekyo, staring closely at Ryo's body changes. Fortunately, the cells were not injected much, only 2 milliliters. Under the suppression of Quan's chakra and spiritual power, Quan's body cells turned the tables and directly suppressed, defeated, and phagocytosed the Hashirama cells. This is gone. Naruto was stunned. Is this not enough, or is it the effect? But seeing Quan's pain, it must be a failure, right? In fact, there is also a milder way. Just like Obito, at the cost of paying part of the body, directly use white zetsu cultivated from Hashirama cells instead, which can also obtain the power of body self-healing, even wood style. But Quan is fine, it doesn't seem to work like this. So Naruto had no choice but to try. Anyway, if you fail, there is no loss, and if you succeed, you will make a lot of money. How does it feel? Feeling a little tired, your eyes. In such a short time, Quan consumed a lot of chakra and physical strength, and then when she looked up, she saw the scarlet eyes in Naruto's eyes. It's Sharingan. Is Naruto also his own clan? Ah, Sharingan, I have it too, don't be too surprised. But you, so you're from the Uchiha clan too. But why no one knows? And your hair color, eye color. Izumi was puzzled, whose son are you? How come Uchiha's blood, except for a pair of eyes, did not inherit other points? I'm not Uchiha's, I got these eyes in other ways. Okay, don't worry about these little things, can you continue? ... It seems to be okay. Quote, are you already driving Sharingan? Is it just a trivial matter? Izumi is speechless. But everyone has their own secrets, and Yuan didn't delve into it. In that case, let's go ahead and try again, and if it doesn't work this time, forget it. Naruto saw the effect of Hashirama cells, and planned to give up. This thing is not something that ordinary people can withstand. Good. Quan nodded. Then, 4 milliliters. Naruto observed it, and found that 2 milliliters was no match for the body cells of Izumi itself, and it was extremely difficult to find that balance point. Why don't you just have more? I don't think I've reached my limit yet. But what if? It's okay. Aren't you still here? That's okay. Try one last time. Naruto gritted his teeth. He didn't believe that there was the healing pill. You have a single cell, and you can win the immortality pill. 8 milliliters. This is the last Hashirama cell. Be patient. Naruto injected it again. This time, the backlash exploded even more. Ah! Izumi fell to the ground in great pain, and under the action of Hashirama cells, small branches began to emerge from Izumi's right body. Naruto stepped forward, took out the recovery pill and threw it into Quan's mouth. The phagocytosis of Hashirama's cells is equivalent to causing damage to Quan's body, while Fushangdan is repairing and healing. For a moment, the two stalemate. Quan's face was pale, and his body was trembling in pain. Fortunately, there were no more branches growing. Naruto heaved a sigh of relief, he was so frightening. Don't try again, anyway, he doesn't need Quan's combat power, so let's just do it in the future. Quan's body became a battlefield, and the cells in his body were constantly being destroyed and healed, causing Quan to faint in pain. Naruto watched carefully, hoping that Fushangdan could resist the Hashirama cells. Just when Naruto thought it was about to end, the woodification of Izumi's body started again. No way, Naruto's complexion changed. Why is the effect of the recovery pill so short? What should we do now? He shouldn't really want to kill Quan. Naruto wanted to use his own power to help Izumi suppress the changes brought about by the Hashirama cells, but Naruto realized it at this time. What the hell? How to transmit chakra? How to transmit spiritual power? Use illusion on Quan. Make her die easy. Naruto hurriedly searched for the rewards he had obtained before, to see if there were any other things that could heal the body, but after scanning around, there were no healing items. The only item was the recovery pill that he had just eaten. At this moment, Naruto swept his eyes and saw a certain skill. This is also effective. But I'm still young, only 6 years old. Seeing that Quan was about to die, Naruto felt overwhelmed. After carefully understanding this skill, he started directly. Naruto supported Izumi, palms to palms, and activated the magic hand rejuvenation skill. Wonderful hand rejuvenation. From the double shoe exercise in The Miraculous Doctor's Daughter, men and women can supplement each other's chi, blood and chakra to heal injuries. The effect of the skill started to work, and their clothes exploded immediately. Grass. You can't blame me for this, Quan. But I will take responsibility for you. Chapter 71. It was night. Itachi was fully armed and ready for everything. He squatted on the pole, his eyes were scarlet, watching Sasuke's back, silent. Forgive me, Sasuke, this is the last time. Sasuke seemed to notice the staring eyes, he looked back, nothing. Illusion, no matter, go to practice first. I will defeat that fool sooner or later. Sasuke ran towards the training ground. Hokage building. Is everything arranged? Is Anbu here? Sarutobi Hiruzen looked at his Hokage guards, and Anbu, whose surname was Sarutobi, asked. Yes, Hokage-sama. Except for those who are out on missions, everyone is here. Well, where's the root ninja? Although Danzo was angry and left before, he knew that Danzo would not ignore it. Moreover, he also needed people from the bottom to defend together. After all, Anbu was short of manpower and could not completely control the situation. The gathering has also been completed, and when the time comes, they will surround the Uchiha tribe. That's good, you play by ear, as long as no one comes out, you don't have to worry about it. Of course, if someone wants to go in, remember to stop it. Yes. After Anbu finished speaking, he walked away. Hiruzen, you worry too much, no one will go to Uchiha. Udatain Kaharu, Mitokado Homura are also here, they have to wait for news to avoid accidents. Well, I just hope things work out tonight, Uchiha, what a pity. Sarutobi Hiruzen's sigh made the two people beside him roll their eyes. The decision was made by you, the condition was agreed by you, and the task was arranged by you. What are you pretending to be here? There are no outsiders here, so are you afraid that we will betray you? Cough, stop talking, wait for the result. Sarutobi Hiruzen also realized that he was overplaying, and coughed in embarrassment. Fortunately, he has a thick skin and can bear it. Call out. Obito's location. Naruto arrived on time. It's just that as soon as he appeared, Obito noticed something was wrong with Naruto. Why did he turn pale like this? What did you do? Are you injured? No, it's just that the consumption of chakra is a bit high. Naruto waved his hand with a complex expression, indicating that he was fine. What's the matter? In order to save Quan, he used the skill of rejuvenation, and then almost exhausted all his chakra, and finally completely suppressed Hashirama's cell phagocytosis, which made him a little collapsed, and chakra needed time to recover. Fortunately, it turned out to be good. With his joining, he successfully helped Izumi solve the problem of Hashirama cells, doubled Izumi's physical fitness, and increased the amount of chakra by a large amount, although he did not awaken wood style. However, the power of Yongdun can also help Izumi's Mangekyo Sharingan to recover better, and the time and frequency of use are also greatly enhanced. It will not be like Sasuke, who will become blind after a few uses. It's just that after Izumi's frank confrontation, both of them are a little embarrassed now. Why don't you just go back to avoid accidents? Obito doesn't know why Naruto is so persistent. Does he have other purposes? No need, I still value my life very much. I won't do things that I'm not sure about. While talking, Naruto took out a mask to put on himself, and then used the transformation technique in front of Obito to make himself taller, and his clothes became a dark blue robe, with the same style worn by Wong. From nowhere, he took out a knife and hung it on his waist. How? No one will recognize me now. The ink-stained mask on Naruto's head turned into a Kamoji face, as if very proud. Obito was silent for a moment. Why is this person so skilled? He must often disguise himself, pretend to be others, and do a lot of bad things. Also, is there any sealing technique on him? Where is the thing hidden? If he hadn't seen Naruto's cross-dressing with his own eyes, who would have recognized your identity? And that mask, he wants it too. Now that you are ready, let's act. Are you following me or Itachi? I'm going to see Itachi, hehe. Naruto had a smirk on his face. Obito stopped talking, didn't bother to care about him, his body turned into a vortex and disappeared. Naruto also launched Flying Thunder God and left the place. A corner in Uchiha. Obito shows up. You came. Itachi came out from the shadows, and just about to speak, there was a slight shock in the air, and another person came. Itachi became alert instantly, and pressed the handle of the knife with his right hand. Don't be nervous, this is the helper I found. Obito explained. Naruto rested his left hand on the Japanese sword at his waist, and nodded slightly at Itachi. Who is he? That's not what we're talking about. Itachi looked at Obito indifferently, very dissatisfied with him looking for someone without authorization. The more people there are, the easier it is for the plan to be exposed. On the surface, he wants to become a rebel and destroy the Uchiha clan, but in fact he came with a mission and plans to join the Akatsuki organization to see what their goals are. By the way, collect information for Konoha. Therefore, Itachi saw another person wearing a mask to disguise his identity, so he was naturally extremely vigilant. I am a member of the Akatsuki organization, this time I am here to see the world plus. Obito, you are really familiar with yourself, so this solves your own identity. Sure enough, this kid has a knack for doing bad things. Itachi didn't respond to the very young voice, but stared at Obito. Don't worry, my promise is still valid. It's best if this is the case. The security department will leave it to you to solve. At this time, even if he refuses, it's useless. People are coming, and he can't drive them away. In this case, let's believe it once. Anyway, Madara doesn't want to cause trouble for himself. Itachi left. Obito turned into a vortex and went to the security department. Don't mess around, it's not good for us to be exposed. Okay, Naruto waved his hand to show that he understood. Then, let's get started. Naruto launched the Mayfly technique, and his body sank to the ground. Li Wang Jiao. White Zetsu. That ninjutsu, is it similar to ours? It does. Black Zetsu showed a puzzled expression. Mayfly technique is a unique ninjutsu that other people can't learn at all, so Naruto should use some kind of earth style, right? What the hell did Namikaze Minato and Uzumaki Kushina leave in his body? My lord, it's almost time. In a house outside the Uchiha family land, this is one of the root's secret strongholds, which is specially used to monitor Uchiha's material. At this time, Danzo was resting with his eyes closed, and he opened his eyes when he heard Yamanaka's words. After the start, go in and bring me the Sharingan, don't miss any of them. Danzo's eyes are vicious, this time you must completely exterminate Uchiha. And Sharingans. Orochimaru's arm is almost ready, and the Sharingan is ready to use. Wait, Uchiha Madara. Someone invaded. Enemy attack. Be careful, there is only one person on the other side. Ah, what ninjutsu is this? The sounds of fighting, exclamations, and roars continued to resound in the guard building. Obito directly turned into a killing god, and quickly downsized the Uchiha tribe of the guard. Fire-style Great Fireball Technique. The flickering fire lights up the night sky and also sends a signal to Anbu, the roots outside. Anbu's ninja looked nervously at the Uchiha tribe's land. They knew that from now on, Uchiha would become history. The ninjas at the root looked indifferently, they were waiting, and they would rush in when there was less movement. Itachi quietly opened a door and walked in. He looked indifferently at the clansman sleeping on the bed, and silently pulled out the knife from behind with his right hand. Sorry. Laugh. The bright red blood turned into beautiful flowers, soaking in the white sheets. Itachi didn't hesitate, and moved towards the next goal. The guards gathered a large number of ninjas with 3 Guyu. Itachi asked Madara to deal with them, and he himself had to do things that would make him more painful. Women, old people, and children who had no power to fight back, all ended their lives under Itachi's knife. When Itachi left a room, he was attacked as soon as he took a step. Boom! The long knife blocked opponent's knife. He saw who was coming. Itachi, it really is you. Taihuo's eyes were red, and he looked at Itachi with incomparable anger. Do you know what you're doing? You fool, you traitor. Taihuo angrily reprimanded Itachi. Daohuo and Yadai also surrounded Itachi, feeling agitated. They didn't go to the guard building today. After they learned that Itachi might have killed Shisui, they went to find evidence. They wanted to use the evidence to prove to Fugaku and other clansmen that Uchiha Itachi was already a traitor. Unexpectedly, when they came back and passed by the homes of other clansmen, they smelled the smell of blood, and they realized that something had happened. The first guess is that Hokage and Danzo shot them. But what they never expected was, what did they see? They saw Itachi swinging knives at his people. I thought it would be fine if Itachi betrayed the family's information, but I didn't expect him to betray so completely. Although the outsiders attacked their own people, Uchiha Itachi, you, the son of the patriarch, did such a thing. Are you crazy? Yeah, Itachi, what kind of promise did fire make to you? Anahiro and Yatsushiro also questioned Itachi. They couldn't figure it out, and felt very painful. There is nothing to say, you are all going to die today. Itachi didn't explain, and he didn't want to talk nonsense. Once he attracted the attention of other tribesmen, it would be difficult for him to make a quick decision. Since you are so ruthless, there is no need for us to show mercy. Kill him. Taihuo attacked Itachi again. Rice fire in 8 generations, either seal, or throw a shuriken. What Taihuo said is right, traitors should be killed without mercy. Even if he is the patriarch's son, he cannot tolerate it. Mangekyo Sharingan, Tsukuyomi. The 3-hooked jade in Itachi's eyes could not stop spinning, and turned into the shape of a windmill. During the gap between fighting with Taihuo, he looked at Taihuo, and Taihuo fell into a young skill. How can it be? Laugh. With a wave of the long knife, he slashed down obliquely. Iron fire. Fire-style fire extinction. Boom. Flame forced Itachi away, and Daohuo took the opportunity to step forward and undo Taihuo's illusion, waking him up. Quick, let's go. Go and inform Chief Fugaku. There are other clansmen. Uchiha Itachi has rebelled. Taihuo vomited blood, struggled and shouted. I'll take you away. Stop talking nonsense. Go, I'll delay you. Enduring the pain, Taihuo got up again and went to kill Itachi. Fortunately, he was not fighting alone just now, and Inahara and Yatsushiro's shots saved his life. Otherwise, if he faced Itachi alone, he might have died from the blow just now. And his eyes. It is Mangekyo on top of the 3-pointed jade. He didn't expect Itachi to be able to open his eyes. This time it was even more difficult to deal with. Trouble. Itachi resisted the attack, and when he saw that Daohuo was about to run, he became anxious. I have no choice but to continue to use Mangekyo pupil. The 3 people in front of me are elite Jonin, and they have opened the 3-tomo Sharingan. You can't hide them, or you will get hurt. Itachi silently closed his right eye, ready to launch Amaterasu. Chakra consumes more, the current task is important. At this moment, a translucent thunder flashed, forming a thin line in the night, running across Daohuo's path. The sudden movement made Itachi, Tiehuo, and Yatsushiro stopped their hands, and they turned their heads to look. Daohuo, who was about to leave quickly, stayed where he was. With a grunt, his head fell, and his body fell down weakly. Rice fire. Taihuo and Yadai were about to tear apart, watching this scene in disbelief. What a mess, Itachi. A voice sounded from behind them, and a guy wearing a strange mask and a dark blue robe was slowly collecting milk. It's you. Itachi didn't expect this mysterious person to appear here. Shouldn't he and Madara solve the guards? Or is he here to spy on me? You fool. What did you do? Taihuo was inexhaustible. The knife wound on his chest, along with his roar, continued to bleed. Ah, didn't you see? Then I'll do it again. Ferret. Go to hell. Fire style Howlong fire technique. The dragon turned into flames, rushed to Naruto, opened its huge mouth, and was about to devour him. However, Naruto turned a blind eye, put his right hand on the hilt of his sword, and squatted down slightly. The shape of one, the flash of a thunderbolt, and the speed of lightning. In an instant, before even Itachi's Mangekyo could be seen clearly, Naruto had disappeared in place and appeared behind Yatsushiro. You. Boom. Yadai clutched his neck and fell to the ground without saying a word. This time, not only Taihuo was startled, but also Itachi couldn't help shaking his heart. This is even more shocking than the scene where Daohuo was killed just now. After all, their attention was not on Daohuo just now, but now, they watched Naruto kill Yadai in front of their eyes. With this speed, even Itachi can't guarantee that he can survive his sneak attack. Or Shisui's body flicker technique can try. Lightning style. Cloud Shinobi's ninja. But, how could it be so fast? If he hadn't seen it with his own eyes, he would have wondered if it was Flying Thunder God Slash. Silently opened Mangekyo's Naruto and turned around. Do you want me to help you with this? It's free. No. Taihuo saw that the situation was not good, and wanted to escape, but unfortunately, with Itachi intact, let alone injured, even if he was not injured, he would be finished. After slashing the blood off it with a knife, Itachi stared at the masked man who put away the heads of Inohara and Yatsushiro, and opened his mouth. What's your name? My wife Shani. My wife Shani. Itachi muttered the name. It doesn't look like a pseudonym, but the other party is wearing a mask that covers even his neck, especially his hands are also wearing gloves, which is exactly the same as Madara. Therefore, Itachi couldn't tell from Naruto's skin color whether he was from Cloud Shinobi, but this lightning style was faster than any Cloud Shinobi ninja he had ever seen. And this way of naming doesn't look like someone from Cloud Shinobi. Akatsuki organization. Maybe I really have to go and have a look. Facing a guy who could kill a Jonin in one blow, and also from the Akatsuki organization, Itachi couldn't help but worry. There is such an organization that gathers powerful ninjas. Who knows what their purpose is, and will they attack Konoha? Must be vigilant. Must keep an eye on. Aren't you going to continue? Or do you want me to help? But say yes, I won't do anything to those who don't resist. You don't need to make a move, and you will wolf me down. What the hell? He said it as if he was willing to do something to people who didn't resist. Who are you here to blame? Unfortunately, his words did not work. Next, no matter which house Itachi came out of, he could see this annoying figure. Obviously, I didn't find him every time I went in, but when I came out, I could see him. As if reminding him of something. Although he also helped to deal with the people Itachi was too late to deal with, but this feeling of being watched made Itachi very annoyed. This guy. I just came here to stare at him. Itachi endured his unhappiness and came to the last destination. Own home. He stood at the door, silent for a long time. If you can't do it, I can help. After all, it's really difficult for you to do it yourself. Naruto quietly appeared again. I have to say, the mayfly technique is really easy to use. At least this passive that cuts off all breath when activated is simply a must-have for sneak attacks and voyeurs. Moreover, its speed is not slow, it runs fast under the ground. Shut up. Itachi, who was fed up with the surveillance and being pierced every time he came out after making a move, had reached the limit of his patience with Naruto and didn't want to talk to him anymore. It's fine to be familiar with this person, and it's fine to stare at him, but can you stop being so talkative? It's so annoying. I'm so emotionally brewing, do you understand? Naruto didn't go in this time either. To be precise, Naruto followed Itachi and was just outside to help watch the wind. He looked up into the night. The moon is bright and the stars are sparse tonight, which is indeed a good weather. At this moment, he noticed the movement of some people. At this time, everyone in the Uchiha tribe was killed by Itachi. It should be extremely quiet, where would anyone come out? He sank into the ground, and when he emerged again, he discovered who it was. Hey, Genbu, Danzo is really stubborn, he wants Sharingan, doesn't he? He won't give it to you. Naruto smiled slightly, holding the handle of the knife with his right hand. One type, a flash of thunderbolt, 6 consecutive. Genbu ninja saw a little light from the corner of his eye, and before he could see what it was, it disappeared. He was about to turn his head, but his eyes were spinning, he seemed to see a body without a head. What? Quote. Before the remaining 2 rude ninjas could finish their words, they followed in the footsteps of the first one. Naruto put away those Sharingans that had been packed in bottles, and found that most of them were 1 and 2 gauge, and only 3 or 4 were 3 gauge. With a little thought, Naruto understood the situation. Obito is facing the elites of Uchiha, and most of the Jonin are there, so he will definitely not give the 3 Tomo Sharingan he got to Danzo. It is to lose one's life. Then only Itachi is here, they just need to follow behind to pick up things. Not to mention, the harvest is good. Itachi didn't collect Sharingan, and Naruto didn't have any interest, so he didn't care about those who died. But now, since Naruto has discovered Danzo's actions, there is nothing he can do. As long as it's something that Danzo doesn't deal with, Naruto is happy to do it. Anyway, as long as Danzo is unhappy, Naruto will be happier. It's Mayfly technique, right? It's definitely Mayfly technique. Look, his breath has disappeared again. White Zetsu spoke excitedly after watching Naruto sink into the ground. He has been following Naruto for a long time, seeing Naruto use the Mayfly technique so many times, even if White Zetsu is a bit silly, he can see something is wrong. How did he learn it? Black Zetsu was puzzled, wondering how Naruto learned it as his special ninjutsu. And the lightning-style ninjutsu that is as fast as flying thunder god slash, this speed, even if Cloud Shinobi's shadow comes, it's nothing more than that. But how old is this kid, Naruto? Only 6 years old. His body is not fully grown, can he withstand the lightning chakra body training? How the hell did it work? Anyway, this brat must have a secret. Would you like to send White Zetsu to keep a close watch? Not for now. He will follow us to Akatsuki's base, and we can see for ourselves along the way. Black Zetsu rejected White Zetsu's proposal. What if those White Zetsu are found out? And this kid has shown so many strengths that don't belong to this age in a short period of time, there must be more than that. 0. Who knows what he has behind him? It seems that Naruto is not as simple as he said. Black Zetsu believed in taking revenge on Konoha and Danzo. After all, what he did during this time proved that he didn't like Konoha. But he should have other goals. After all, he can endure for so long under the eyes of the cunning Sarutobi Hiruzen. Black Zetsu was secretly wary of Naruto. If there is a problem at that time, he must ask Obito to kill Naruto before he fully grows up. Catch 9 tails. Even if the Akatsuki organization is exposed to the sight of each ninja village in advance, it will not hesitate. Otherwise, with the strength shown by this kid, it will only be more troublesome in the future. It seems that there are not as many Uchihas who have opened their eyes as expected. After finishing the last route, Naruto sighed slightly. Here comes Obito. Is it all done? Seeing the rude ninja lying on the ground, Obito expressed his satisfaction. How dare these rats covet the Sharingan? They are looking for death. Well, what to say next? After Naruto left 3 pairs of 3 Tomo Sharingan for emergencies, he tossed the others to Obito. Seeing this, Obito is more satisfied with Naruto. When Itachi is over, you can leave Konoha. That's it, then wait a little longer, I'll go see the show first. You're not worth killing. You stupid brother, if you want to kill me, hate me. Hate me, and live ugly. Run away, and then live on in spite of yourself. Boom. Sasuke fell unconscious and fell to the ground. You're so cruel, Itachi. Shut up. Itachi, who was already in a bad mood, became even more upset when he saw this annoying guy. It's time to go, do you need me to take you for a ride? The road is quite long. Obito held out his hand and said to them. Itachi, what do you think? Naruto turned to look at Itachi. Leave as soon as possible, Anbu's people are coming. Itachi said and used the shadow clone technique to create a clone. After leaving, he had to go and warn Hokage well, lest they break their promises. The three of them turned into a vortex and disappeared on Uchiha Street, leaving only Sasuke who is still alive with 657. Man, why haven't you come back yet? Go in and have a look. Outside the Uchiha tribe, Danzo was a little anxious when he saw that he had sent out to pick up the roots of his eyes and hadn't come back for a long time. He's out of stock of Sharingan. If he doesn't get it together tonight, he won't be able to use it until the custom-made arm arrives. Master Danzo, it's not good. Two cloaked and masked roots returned. What's wrong? Everyone sent in is dead. No one will stay. What? Uchiha Itachi. Danzo, who got the news, was instantly out of breath. Well now, the Uchiha clan is finished. His wish was fulfilled, but he didn't get any of the things he wanted. Wasted effort. He won't be able to sleep again tonight. Successful anti-routine. Get the summoning beast nightmare, summoning out the legendary dream-eating beast nightmare, which can open its mouth to suck and swallow objects in front of it. Itachi disguised as a root next to him. What are you scolding me for? I didn't do anything. Oh, it's the guy with a broken mouth. Danzo turned his head. This guy is dying. How dare he call me by my name? I will keep an eye on you in the future. If you dare to hurt Sasuke, I will reveal all the secrets of the village to the enemy country. Itachi's Mangekyo Sharingan glowed red, staring closely at Danzo. Uchiha Itachi. You, as you please. Danzo gritted his teeth instinctively, but when he thought of his current situation, he instantly felt indifferent. How do you like it? Quote. Itachi froze. He was confused by Danzo's indifferent attitude. Do you not care that the secrets of the village will be leaked? This is not like you at all. Danzo, if you dare to attack Sasuke, I will send all the videotapes that Hokage ordered to be collected and destroyed to other ninja village powers, so that they can see for themselves the good deeds you have done. Itachi threatened Danzo in a different way, and as expected, Danzo's face changed drastically when he heard the video. You dare. If you fool dare to do this, I will poach your brother's Sharingan. Even if I don't open my eyes, I will. Danzo knows that his reputation in the village has been completely ruined, and he will be spread by some spies in the village who are inquiring about the news, and ridiculed by other ninja villages, but this does not mean that he wants his scandals to be made into videotapes and then spread. Fortunately, although Sarutobi Hiruzen is not a human being, he also issued an order that the villagers are not allowed to watch or collect the videotapes in private. Fortunately, everyone still listened to Hokage's order, and the content in this videotape was too disgusting, so in just half a day, a lot of them were received, and then they were all destroyed. Danzo's roots are not idle either. They have also received an order to completely stop the spread of the videotape and prevent it from being leaked. Therefore, the village's secret Danzo says you can tell it what you want, but this one is absolutely not allowed. Moreover, he knows Itachi loves the village, otherwise he would not do the thing of killing the tribe. As for Sasuke, the Sharingan is not on, so he doesn't care about it, but if the Sharingan is on, then let's talk about it. Look if I dare, remember, Danzo. Itachi's body turned into a flock of crows and disappeared into the night. At the same time, Sarutobi Hiruzen also met Itachi alone. And from Itachi's mouth, I learned of the existence of the two helpers Obito and Naruto, as well as the name of the Akatsuki organization. I will stay with those two people in case they break their agreement. Also, for Sasuke's life, can I ask third generation to make a promise? Your younger brother will continue to maintain the status quo, go to school like other children, and become Konoha's ninja. I can guarantee his life will be worry-free. That's the best. Goodbye. Outside Konoha village. What else do you have? Obito showed up with the two of them, looking at Naruto impatiently. Ah, I forgot that there is one more person coming with me. You shouldn't mind the Shao organization adding one more person. I only promised to take you away alone. Obito said, dissatisfied. What do you think of our organization? An amusement park, a nursery. Then when Obito saw the person who came out, he changed his mind, and it is not impossible to go together. Quan. Itachi looked at Quan in amazement. No wonder he didn't see her when he started. Itachi thought it was Danzo who called Quan away in advance, but he didn't expect her to appear here. You little brat, do you like this type? Obito looked at Naruto, then at Izumi. The sour smell in the air is really unpleasant. Also, Naruto is only 6 years old, right? Although he also fell in love with Lin when he was 6 years old, but at least Lin is the same age as him. Izumi is several years older than Naruto. Obito said with emotion, this boy is indeed much more mature than ordinary children, not only in his acting style, but also in this aspect. Itachi looked puzzled, looked at this, looked at that, and didn't understand what the relationship between them was. Also, kid, are you referring to my wife Shani? He is really young. Let's stop talking nonsense. Uchiha who opened Mangekyo is also a rare talent for the Akatsuki organization, isn't it? Naruto did not care about Obito's ridicule and beckoned Quan to come over. Izumi approached with a red face. She hasn't recovered from the frankness before, and she can't help but feel a little embarrassed and shy when she sees Naruto. Luckily, this fool is still young, otherwise. However, he has to wait for him to grow up, but some people have to wait. HMPH, let's go together then. Naruto is right, Uchiha with Mangekyo and Uchiha with Sangoyu, one in the sky and the other in the ground. Moreover, Quan is still very young, and his strength has a lot of room for development. In addition, like Itachi, she was brought into Akatsuki's organization by him, and she can be regarded as his direct descendant, and the nature of Itachi is unknown, and she may not be a true traitor to the village. Therefore, compared to Itachi, perhaps Quan can be trusted more. At least Obito knows Naruto's identity, and this identity cannot be easily exposed, which means he has a handle in his hands, so he doesn't have to worry about Naruto stabbing him in the back. Ah, so you are the Anbu who can flying thunder god. Itachi, who finally figured it out, looked at Naruto in surprise. If it wasn't for Izumi, he wouldn't have thought of this. Yes, it's me. You are indeed Konoha's ninja. Itachi looked at Naruto with unclear eyes. This guy actually hooked up with Madara and became a traitor. Does Master Hokage know? Or, he came here specially with the same mission as himself? Do you want to confirm with Master Hokage? Itachi thought that Naruto was really from Anbu, and his thinking kept diverging. Okay, stop talking nonsense, let's go. Obito didn't bother to listen to their continued bullying. Near the land of rain, a small boat is sailing on the water, and there are 4 people standing on the boat. It is Obito, Itachi, Naruto and Hara. Speaking of which, what is your identity in the Akatsuki organization? Itachi looked at Madara and asked, wanting to know more about Akatsuki's organization. I'm just an intern in Shao who doesn't have much ability. Remember your attitude towards me, don't reveal your secrets. Why hide your real identity? Because it will be very troublesome if it is known that Uchiha Madara is still alive. The next person I will take you to meet is the leader of Akatsuki. He knows my true identity. I want to see Nagato. Naruto sighed in his heart, and he was still looking forward to it. After a while, the boat slowly approached the shore, and there was a large shadow in sight. If you look carefully, it seems to be a huge statue standing on the shore, with a hideous face, like a silent roar. Ghetto statue. Naruto was shocked. In his previous life, he could only see it from different videos, but now, he saw it with his own eyes. Although the temporary ghetto statue is only a shell, but the awe-inspiring momentum is still daunting. The husk of 10 tails. Kurama was also extremely shocked in the seal. Shouldn't this thing be on the moon? How could it be in the ninja world? Surprised. Kurama, you'll be surprised later. Naruto finds time to chat with Kurama. Do you know something? Oh, I know a lot of things, but why should I tell you? Don't you hate me? Naruto smiled. Brat, what's the matter with you? Do you know? Obito saw Naruto staring straight up at Ghetto statue, and his heart skipped a beat. Don't you know Ghetto statue? Ah, I don't know, I just think this statue is very imposing, and I'm a little curious about who carved it. That's it. Obito was relieved, and then sneered secretly, this is 10 tails, of course it is full of momentum. He also felt that he was making too much fuss. Since Gedo statue was sealed on the moon by Sage of Six Paths, and Uchiha Madara awakened Rinnegan and summoned it back, no one has seen him for a long time. Naturally, it is impossible be easily recognized. The few people had just landed, and before they had taken a few steps, a hoarse voice sounded. Isn't this Itachi? Long time no see. As soon as Naruto heard the familiar hoarse voice, he knew that Uncle Snake was coming. Also, Itachi hasn't joined Akatsuki yet, and Uncle Snake hasn't left yet. Master Orochimaru. Itachi looked at one of the legendary Sannin, Lang-kun Orochimaru, in astonishment. What a surprise. The Akatsuki organization is really not simple, all the powerful ninjas are taken in, even the famous S-rank ninja in the ninja world. The picture is not small. Come on right here. Ah, speaking of which, the two are still from the same hometown. What a memorable reunion. Quote? Naruto turned his head and watched strangely that his voice changed drastically, as if he had changed back to his own troubled king. A bit sandy. Itachi couldn't help but look at him. This guy is definitely not Madara, this look doesn't look like a disguise. I heard about you. You are a ninja here, huh? Is there another Uchiha? Orochimaru looked in surprise at Izumi, who also opened Sharingan. As for Naruto with the ink mask, he didn't pay much attention. Anyway, the Akatsuki organization is all Gyuki snakes, one more is not too many, and one less is not much. Over here, what do you mean? A ninja who regards the relationship between the village, the family, and the same kind as a burden. Orochimaru stuck out his tongue and licked his lips, his eyes were full of pleasure. Because Orochimaru has not yet been organized by Itachi, so he has not yet become obsessed with Sharingan. He just saw that this amazing and excellent junior, like him, abandoned his family and village and became a traitor. I feel very relieved. Okay, the leader can't wait any longer, let's go there first. Obito interrupts Orochimaru and Itachi's reminiscence, and leads the way. Below the huge face of Gedo statue, a bonfire was burning, and two people in red cloud robes with black background had been waiting here. Rinnegan. How could the old man's eyes? Sure enough, when Kurama saw Pain, he was not calm at all. These are the eyes of Sage of Six Paths. How could he have them? Tisk tisk, I really haven't seen the big world, Kurama. Boy, what do you know? Those are fairy eyes. Oh, I don't understand, but I won't be surprised like you. Little ghost, wait for me to come out of the seal first. A fae, is this the person you want to recommend? I remember you said that there is only one right. Pain's emotionless Rinnegan glanced at Itachi, then at Naruto and the pump. Seeing those eyes, Itachi and Izumi's heart shuddered, full of pressure. Especially Itachi, this is the first time he has seen such an existence that makes the hair stand on end at a glance. This leader is very powerful. It is so powerful that Itachi dare not relax his vigilance at all. But Izumi was much simpler, hiding directly behind Naruto, avoiding the other party's gaze. Boss, it's true that there was only Uchiha Itachi before, but I also found two good seedlings. One is a flying thunder god that knows Konoha, and the other, like Itachi, has a 5-flower tube Sharingan. A fae cooperated with Pain's performance and said very excitedly. Flying thunder god. Pain and Orochimaru looked at Naruto in surprise. Orochimaru, in particular, was even more curious. The old man actually turned a genius who had learned the flying thunder god into a rebel. He really is getting more and more confused as he gets older. Did he disregard the interests of the village in order to keep that position? But who is this person? Could it be someone I know? Since he is wearing a mask to hide his identity, he should have a certain reputation. Pain nodded lightly, knowing Flying Thunder God, and Mangekyo, he has reached the threshold of joining the organization. As for the strength, let's see later. Akatsuki's goal is to achieve true peace in the ninja world. Akatsuki will replace the 5 powers of Ninja Village to rule the world, and completely end the wars between villages and countries. What a big wish. Itachi's eyes were indifferent. For this reason, we have gathered excellent ninjas, regardless of background and experience. Konoha's Itachi, and my wife Shani, Izumi Uchiha, welcome to join us. After Pain finished speaking, he signaled Itachi to take down the forehead protector as the first step to become a rebel. Itachi didn't hesitate, since he had already made a choice. No matter what the road ahead, he had no choice but to keep going. Itachi took out kunai and drew a line on the forehead protector representing Konoha shinobi, completely cutting off his connection with the village, and he will be a traitor from now on. And so is Quan. After finishing, everyone turned to look at Naruto. Look what I do, I don't have a forehead protector. You may not believe it, I'm not even genin. You don't have a forehead protector. Aren't you a Konoha ninja? Orochimaru looked at Naruto with a frown. If this person is not from Konoha, where did he learn about Flying Thunder God? I'm Konoha's. I'm from Konoha, but because I haven't graduated to become a ninja, so I'm not a Konoha ninja, so there seems to be nothing wrong with it. What do you mean? Conan asked suspiciously. Yes, no, what the hell is that? Because I am a Ronin, I have suffered from war since I was a child, lost my parents, and then wandered around the ninja world alone, eating worse than a dog, sleeping worse than a cat. In order to survive, I have worked extremely hard. Later, I met very good partners, but unfortunately, they also died in the impact of the war in order to protect me. Obviously, they promised to get married when they grow up. Listening to this past, Pain and Conan, who had similar experiences, immediately entered into it, and recalled in their minds how the three of them survived in danger in order to survive, and how hard it was. Especially hearing the word marriage, Conan couldn't help but get wet eyes. Yahiko. If you didn't marry to save us. Pain, that is, Nagato, who is hiding in the dark and manipulating the puppet, also became depressed. Then, after wandering for a long time, I just settled down in Konoha not long ago. By chance, I got to know Akatsuki's name, and I deeply admire his great ideal. Therefore, quote, Naruto opened his mouth to tell a story. He told how lonely and confused he was before, and then said that since he met a fae, he has been full of yearning for the Shao organization, and everyone who said it was stunned. Especially Obito Izumi, who knew Naruto's identity, had incredible eyes. This is so ridiculous. You are lying without blinking your eyes. Oh, wearing a mask, you can't see your eyes. What makes Obito even more uncomfortable is that the Pain and Conan actually believed it. They were all moved together. No wonder he felt a little familiar when he heard this story. Isn't this just about the experiences of the three of them when they were young? If Naruto is not only 6 years old, and has been isolated all the time, has no contact with any ninjas, nor has he had contact with Jiraiya and others, he wonders if Jiraiya told Naruto the story of Pain as a bedtime story. This is so ridiculous. And the ferret was also shocked. I just know that my wife Shawnee can talk easily, and is familiar with me, but I didn't expect that he would still be merciful before. You are so good at making up. Shut up, you, backquote. Seeing that Naruto was still lying there non-stop, Obito couldn't help it and interrupted directly. Boss, he just failed the ninja test, so he doesn't have a forehead protector. Naruto hasn't graduated yet, and hasn't taken the exam, so there's nothing wrong with that. What, didn't pass the ninja test? Conan, who hadn't recovered yet, asked blankly. You mean, what he just said was a lie? Pain's tone was cold. Fortunately, his body is a puppet, stiff and expressionless. Otherwise, wouldn't he be exposed when he was moved just now? This also makes him how to lead the team in the future. How to maintain majesty. Like Conan, he really believed it. Yes, he was born in Konoha since he was a child, except that it is true that he has no parents and was alone since he was a child, the rest is made up. Obito also looked uncomfortable. What kind of breed is this kid? Is it really the right decision to bring him to Shao organization? This mouth is too foolish. I just met Pain Conan, if he wasn't there, I guess they would all be limped by Naruto soon. At this moment Obito even wondered if Naruto lied to him when he said that he wanted revenge on Konoha. Pain was silent, he didn't want to talk anymore, but his eyes were full of anger, staring at Obito fiercely. This is who you brought. Bringing to lie to us. Do you want to disband the organization? Conan also stared at Naruto viciously. This fool actually lied to her tears. At the same time, I remind myself that I will never listen to this guy again, any word is not worth believing. And Naruto smiled indifferently. It is what you want to ask, and it is not what I want to say on my own initiative. Blame me. The anti-routine is successful, and you can get spells and spells language will generate a curse to take effect, and Quan Wei can make Geely language spell power, increase or produce coercive power. Successful anti-routine. Get the fruit of gravity. You can use the ability to arbitrarily manipulate the strength and direction of gravity. Edible. Hey, there's a surprise. Now I'm really going to become a Tianzui. Although it's not for brainwashing, it's still very good for cursing others. The gravity fruit is also edible, which means I can eat it, right? Here, Obito sees that Pain is staring at him coldly, and his eyes slightly indicate that there is something hidden. Pain frowns slightly. Is there a problem with this person's identity? Konoha's big man. It can't possibly be Nine Tails Jinchuriki, can it? Quote. Itachi, you are the 5th official member of the Akatsuki organization. Here is your uniform and a ring representing your identity. Conan took out a windbreaker of the same style and handed it to Itachi, as well as a fiery red ring with the word written on it. Itachi put it on directly on the spot and put on the ring. There is also this nail polish, you can apply it. Itachi raised his head in confusion, as if he was asking Conan, why do you need to wear nail polish when you join the organization? He is not a woman. This is the rule of the organization. Conan wouldn't say that nail polish makes her feel cool. That is Nagato, otherwise a different leader will not allow you to put your own preferences into the work. Especially mandatory. Itachi looked at Conan's fingers, then at Orochimaru's nails, and nodded silently. Forget it, from the moment he rebelled against the village, he was no longer who he used to be. Yes, your own people can do it, what else is unacceptable? For peace. For Shisui, please, don't do it for me. Miss Conan, where is mine? Naruto saw that after Conan gave the things to Itachi, there was no more text, and he immediately became anxious. Why did I join the Akatsuki organization? Isn't it just for the clothes and fat loss? In the end, what do you mean by not giving it to me? Who is your sister Conan? Conan still remembers the thing that Naruto tricked her into tears just now, and she is still angry. You and Izumi will join as interns for the time being. If your strength becomes stronger, I will give you the status of full members. Conan replied with a cold face. Ah, then how can I become a full member? Very simple, pass my test. At this time, Pain spoke, and he looked at this somewhat annoying guy indifferently. Fight, that's good, fight, Naruto is eager to try. Wait, are you sure? Obito was shocked, you want to fight with Tiandao Pain? Are you kidding me? Yeah, I'm going to be a full member. Obito is speechless, you are stupid, you don't know what your strength is. Looking for death. Or, you, probably won't be able to use its power, don't worry too much. Obito hinted that Naruto should not hold back, nor should he reveal that he is Nine Tails Jinchuriki. Here, apart from him, Pain, Conan, Izumi, the remaining Itachi, and Orochimaru are all objects that must be concealed. This is also inconsistent with what you said before. Obito's words caught everyone's attention. His power. Whose power? Especially the ferret, very curious. He really wanted to know the true identity of my wife Shani. And Pain was just surprised, in front of Rinnegan, everything is a younger brother. Orochimaru sticks out his tongue, has a secret. I like it. Don't worry, let's not say that I can't use it temporarily, but it should still be okay after passing the test. Naruto expressed his reassurance that he would not dig his own grave. You are very confident, come out and let me see your strength. Pain cast a cold glance at Naruto, turned and walked out. Conan followed closely behind, and quietly told Nagato to teach the guy a lesson. I advise you to give up, so as not to get hurt. Obito is kind to persuade. Oh, why are you talking so much nonsense, an intern? I'm a regular member, don't bother me. Naruto said and ran out, and Quan left together worried. And Obito, who is called the intern. What's your tone, kid? How dare you talk to me like that? Are you courting death? Believe it or not, I beat you. Obito laughed angrily. What are you looking at? Have an opinion. Obito found Itachi was looking at him meaningfully, and became even angrier. No, I'll check the situation. Itachi wanted to laugh a little. Uchiha Madara is here. Obito took a deep breath, he felt that his Uchiha Madara's powerful personality had collapsed a bit. So why did I use the identity of a Fae to join the Akatsuki organization? Even if you can't use Uchiha Madara's name, even if you change it to another name, it's better than a trainee like a Fae. Obito felt he had been careless. If Naruto knew what he was thinking at this time, he probably couldn't help but laugh out loud. As expected of you at Yun. Outside, on an empty field, Pain and Naruto faced each other far away. Not far away, Konan, Izumi, Itachi and Orochi are watching with great interest. Especially Orochimaru. I think this Konoha guy is very interesting, but since he dares to challenge Pain, he must have a certain strength. But he might not have been beaten by Pain. Orochimaru, who has experience, is excited and wants to see Naruto face Pain's ult, just like he did back then. And Itachi directly opened Mangekyo, which is a good opportunity to collect information. My wife Shani is good at lightning style, she is extremely fast, and she also has Flying Thunder God, which is very strong. And what kind of strength does Pain, who is even more powerful and even makes him feel the slightest chill? As for Izumi, even though she believed in Naruto, she was still a little worried, after all, he was still very young. Let's begin then. Pain looked at my wife Shani's cold opening, looking like a master. First men, certainly. Pain nodded, he is a god. As the challenged person, it is natural that the challenger should make the first move. Since this is the case, then here I am, be careful. Naruto pressed the hilt of the sword with his right hand, squatting down slightly, and traces of lightning were looming on his body. Itachi, come here. Orochimaru, lightning style. Doesn't he use kunai? How does he activate Flying Thunder God? Obito, sword art, lightning style. Konan, teach him a lesson. The shape of one, the flash of a thunderbolt, and the speed of lightning. With a flash of light, Naruto instantly disappeared in place. Nani, Shinraiden, laugh. The moment he saw Naruto disappear, Pain sensed that something was wrong, his pupils dilated suddenly, and Rinnegan immediately saw the opponent's trajectory, and he also quickly launched the Shinra Sky sign, intending to bounce him away. But it's still too late. Caught off guard, Pain, who lacked information, could not react in time even if he saw it with his eyes, not to mention that he was still controlling this body through chakra, a black stick created by Yin-Yang Dun. Then Pain was slashed. Seeing this scene, Konan couldn't help exclaiming, Pain. Konan is also stupid, what the hell BJFD speed is this guy? Pain can't even react. Itachi wasn't surprised at all, after all, he had seen this scene before, but what surprised him was that the leader of the Akatsuki organization didn't escape. Obito was stunned speechless. So that knife is not a display, is it? And Naruto is good at lightning style. Can his small body withstand lightning style tempering? Because Ju didn't tell Obito the scene where he saw Naruto make a shot in the Uchiha tribe, Obito was also unclear about Naruto's strength. At that time, he thought that Naruto was just watching the fun. Unexpectedly, Naruto went to see the excitement based on his strength. A flash of surprise flashed in Orochimaru's eyes, and he became curious about this ninjutsu performed by my wife Zenitsu. After all, it is a ninjutsu that even Pain, who has the eyes of a fairy, can't escape. Orochimaru licked his lips, planning to have a good time with my wife Zenitsu. Pain, grass, careless, what the hell, the boss, was slashed by an intern who just joined. How can you mess around here? My little brother won't laugh at me. Also, what the hell kind of ninjutsu is this? If this body is not a puppet, it can be repaired if it is broken, otherwise it will be replaced by his body, and if this knife goes down, it will be seriously injured even if it is not dead. The main reason is that he seems to have no way to deal with such an extremely fast opponent. Even if he has Shinra Sky sign, he can bounce everything away. But he can't guarantee that he will be able to hit someone. If the bullet is empty and the skill CD is gone, wouldn't he be cold? Unless you use the big move, Box Super Shenluo Tianzhang Ground Cleaner. Pen has a headache. Big shame tonight. Come on, go on. Naruto turned around, maintaining the movement of drawing the sword again. You passed. Before there was a way to deal with this extreme speed, Pain decided to avoid it. Then he manipulated his body and flew away. It's so annoying, the body is so difficult to repair, and I can't see anyone these days. Naruto was stunned. No, you're leaving now. I'm just getting started. What are you running? See Orochimaru, Itachi, Obito where Pen left. Good guy, it's gone. Orochimaru. Well done. Itachi. I'm still waiting to collect information. You should make a move before leaving. Obito, what an embarrassment. I'm ashamed to see people. I thought he was the only one who collapsed tonight, but Pain's invincible and godlike character design, frankly, also collapsed. Naruto is poisonous. For you. Conan took out a windbreaker and threw it to Naruto angrily. This guy not only cheated her tears, but also cut Pain. It is unforgivable. Okay, thank you, Miss Conan, by the way, there is still a ring. For you. Conan looked in his pocket, took out a ring with green written on it and threw it to Naruto. Naruto put it on happily. Miss Conan, do you think we are exchanging tokens? It looks like we are engaged. Conan, Obito, this guy really likes God. Spring. Itachi, as expected of you, if you dare to say it. Orochimaru, hey, even Conan dares to tease. Naruto put on the ring happily, and at the same time he said hi, for which Conan only said one word. Roll. Conan doesn't want to talk to Naruto anymore. This guy is very strong, it's just his mouth, which is quite annoying. However, this is also the current situation of the Shao organization. Of the few people I found, none of them were normal. Rest well tonight, in a few days we will be on mission. Conan left after speaking. It is said to be a rest, but in fact, the base is all bare stones, and it is completely in a state of camping. Fortunately, they are all ninjas with chakra, so they can adapt. Naruto and Izumi sat down directly next to the fire. Then Naruto found that Izumi was staring at him all the time, with unknown vision. What's wrong? Do you like that, Conan? Izumi looked at Naruto with complicated eyes. Although she had already been honest with Naruto, Naruto was only 6 years old. If he hadn't been eloquent, courageous, and seasoned, it would be hard to believe that he could even hack a Jonin to death. Therefore, even if Quan keeps reminding himself that Naruto is still young, he will just watch it, it doesn't matter, don't take it to heart. But thinking about all the experiences with Naruto, and the day he suddenly appeared to save himself from Itachi, Izumi still couldn't ignore Naruto, not to mention that he is still using the transformation technique and has become an adult. So Quan was jealous. Maybe Naruto was joking. After all, they just met for the first time today, but I still feel that Naruto is a bit unreliable. Maybe it's a woman's intuition. I admire her, and I feel sorry for her. Naruto explained. In Naruto's view, Conan is indeed full of regrets. In the early days, Yahiko was full of ambition, led Nagato, Conan, established the Akatsuki organization, and worked hard for it, but their efforts were all false, created by others. In the end, it was Danzo who got in the way, and Obito controlled everything behind the scenes. Through Yahiko's death, Nagato walked on the path that Obito never expected. Yahiko, whom Conan liked, died, and in the end, he could only put all his hopes on Nagato. Regardless of whether what he did violated Akatsuki's original intention, he silently persisted. Until finally Nagato died under the Tianzui, and Conan was also killed by Obito. Perhaps this is the fate of ninjas living in times of war. Loss, sacrifice, pain, regret. That's what a ninja is all about. You know, I will wait for you. Quan looked at the flames and said in a low voice. This, although Naruto also said that he would be responsible for Quan, he also likes Quan, but this feeling of suddenly having a wife, and even being jealous for him, made Naruto feel very strange. Moreover, it will take at least 10 years before he grows up. Give me your hand. What? Izumi stretched out his left hand obediently, and then saw Naruto take out a red thread, tied it to his little finger, and tied the other end to his little finger. After tying it, Naruto shook his finger and her together, and then the red line just disappeared. What is this? This is called 1,000 miles of marriage and a thread of love. No matter where you are in the future, just shake your finger, I can feel it, and I can also talk to each other, just like this. Naruto showed Quan the operation of one-line lead, which surprised Quan, and she looked at Naruto's eyes as if they were flooding. Is this an engagement? Quan asked shyly. Okay. Naruto, who was not yet ready for marriage, nodded numbly. Also, this is for you too. Naruto thought for a while. Quan stayed in Akatsuki's organization in the future, and the task he would do would be to catch the tailed beast or fight other ninjas, and there was no guarantee that he would be safe, so Naruto took out a surrogate doll. Death doll. After dripping blood to recognize the owner, wear it on the body, it can be immune to death once, and it will be resurrected after 3 minutes. After wearing it, it will automatically change into the image of the wearer. This thing can save your life when you are most in danger, so you keep it close to your body. Quan took it and looked at the little white stickman-like doll with a puzzled look on his face. Can this thing save her life? But she believes in Naruto. After all, Naruto has a lot of strange things, and the effect is particularly good. You put a drop of blood on it. Quan did as she did, cut her finger, dripped a drop of blood, and then she was surprised to find that the doll that was fused with her own blood turned into her own image. So cute. Quan likes and is very happy about his little self. It's changed. Well, remember to don't take it off after you put it on. Here, Izumi and Naruto whispered, and in another place, Obito also found Nagato's body. What is the identity of my wife Zenyi that you brought? Konoha's elite Jonin. Nagato asked aloud. Konan also stood aside, silently guarding Nagato. She never trusted this guy who called himself Uchiha Madara. He's definitely not a ninja. Then he is still a student of ninja school. Not to mention Konan, even Nagato expressed his incomprehension. How old is he? Hasn't he graduated from ninja school? As far as his lightning style ninjutsu that can hurt him is comparable to that of elite Jonin, why is he still a student? Are you lying to me, or do you think I don't know anything about Konoha? I need an explanation. He is the Nine-Tails Jinchuriki. Nagato's eyes widened instantly, looking at Obito in disbelief. Are you kidding me? Nine-Tails Jinchuriki is here for you. Is it so magical now? Or is he dreaming? Konan also seemed to be short-circuited in the brain. As far as I know, since a Jinchuriki on Konoha died, the new ones use the calendar, right? Thinking about it this way, he really is studying in a ninja school. No wonder he doesn't have a forehead protector. Good guy, he just didn't graduate. That's right, he's only 6 years old, and his name is Uzumaki Naruto. Obito thought about it carefully, and decided to tell Nagato Naruto's true identity. In order to avoid Naruto's Nine-Tails chakra riots in the future, causing Nagato to misunderstand. After all, he brought people in, and Naruto's identity exposure will also affect him. Originally, Nagato was skeptical about his identity. If it weren't for his strength, Kamui is very strong and maintained Madara's personality. In addition, Nagato wants to realize Yahiko's dream, so he doesn't bother to care about him, as long as Nagato can endure without betraying Nagato. It's only 6 years old. You can't fool him here, right? Does he know what we are going to do? And he appeared here. Konoha didn't do anything. Konan asked suspiciously. You know, their Shao organization is going to catch the tailed beast. Once the tailed beast is successfully captured, Jinchuriki will also die. Uzumaki Naruto must not know this and will come here on his own initiative. Konan felt that apart from the fact that Obito tricked him into joining, he couldn't think of other possibilities. Moreover, Nine-Tails Jinchuriki is still Konoha's key surveillance object. How could he let him escape so easily? Do you think that with his mouth can fool me? When Obito thinks of what happened just now, he spreads his hands helplessly, fooling him. You are flattering me too much. Hearing this, Konan and Nagato were also silent for a while. As far as his mouth is concerned, whoever is fooling is not sure. Didn't you see that both of them were almost moved to tears just now? So does he know that our target is the tailed beast? Have no idea. Then why did he come to Shao organization? Konan was startled. You really lied to him. He wanted revenge on Konoha, and I didn't like Konoha, so he asked me to cooperate. Obito explained. Revenge on Konoha. Sure enough, Jinchuriki is just a weapon in their eyes. Whether it is Konoha or other villages, this has always been the case. Nagato snorted coldly, somewhat understanding what Naruto was thinking. After all, how can a person who is not welcomed by the village fall in love with the village? Not only that, Uzumaki Naruto is also the son of 4th Hokage, but 3rd Hokage Sarutobi Hiruzen hid the news and passed on the damage caused by Nine-Tails to Naruto. He has been hated and loathed by the villagers all these years. Oh, isn't Sleepy Yi always like this? Nagato's parents were killed by Konoha's ninja, but he has always held grudges. So are we going to do something to him? Take this opportunity to get Nine-Tails. Conan hesitated. 9 tails is what they need, and now, the opportunity is at hand. It's just a pity that Naruto is gone. Nagato hesitated. They haven't got all the manpower yet, and they haven't accumulated enough money, so they can't start the war and face the 5 great ninja villages. What's more, I haven't got 1 tail yet, and I can't absorb 9 tails either. This will disrupt his original plan. Don't worry, he still doesn't know that we are going to catch the tailed beast. We don't need to tell him, and we can even make good use of him to do things for us. You have seen his strength. But you will always know. It doesn't matter if I know it. When he came to me, he asked me if I wanted 9 tails, and he also made a good suggestion. Obito suddenly laughed. What suggestion? Take the initiative to hand over 9 tails. Nagato said subconsciously. No, he said he could hand over another 9 tails. The other half, can he still split 9 tails in 2? He can't divide it, but 4th Hokage Namikaze Minato can and has already divided it. Therefore, if he knows our purpose, maybe he will exchange his life with the other half of 9 tails. Half a 9 tails will affect our plan. If we can't gather all the tail beasts in our hands, we still can't completely deter the 5 great ninja villages. In fact, he may even turn against him and become an enemy. Nagato frowned and thought about it, feeling that this suggestion was not reliable. So what? If we really want to fight, it will be the same as the previous customized plan. As the last tailed beast, 9 tails will definitely be closely guarded. Now, we may save some effort. I know, so be it. Nagato thought about it, and it seemed to be the case. Anyway, I have to fight, so why not take advantage of this time and make good use of it? And Conan also nodded, suppressing the slight unbearable feeling in his heart. Rather than Nagato, sacrifice 9 tails Jinchuriki. Next to the fire below the Gedo statue, Naruto sat cross-legged quietly. His consciousness has entered the sealed space in his body. Quan stood silently on the sidelines. Orochimaru and Itachi don't know where to go, but don't care. In the sealed space, Kurama, do you know what the guy with the Rinnegan wants to do? Naruto stood outside the seal, looking at the violent 9 tails inside. How do I know? Kurama said angrily. You have seen Gedo statue, but you don't know what the other party is going to do. I really doubt your IQ. No wonder you were caught by Yashiro Madara and Kaisho Hashirama. Naruto shook his head, amazed. You fool brat. When Kurama heard that Naruto scolded him, he immediately stood up angrily and stared at Naruto viciously. If it wasn't for the seal, it would have swallowed this nasty guy in one gulp. Kurama, Gedo statue is the body of 10 tails, and Rinnegan is the eye of Sage of 6 Paths, who can control golems, don't you understand? His target is you tail beasts. Impossible. Absolutely impossible. Kurama was startled. They are going to revive 10 tails. How is it possible? Who can do it except the old man? Wait, he has the eyes of an old man. Kurama realizes the seriousness of the problem. How can you be so sure? Kurama hesitated. As I said, I know a lot of things, it's just that I don't need to tell you. Wait, you know their target is tailed beasts, how dare you come to them? Do you want to court death? I don't want to, you forgot what I said, can't you give them your other half at that time? Anyway, one of your beasts is worth the other 8 beasts, and half a Kurama is enough for them. Naruto smiled. You fool, even if it's the other half, it's me. I won't allow it. Let Kurama watch his half body go to death, and then transform into 10 tails, it sure doesn't want to. Hey, what can you do in the seal? Don't you really think you can control me? Kurama was silent. Yes, this 8-sign seal is extremely strong, there is nothing it can do. Could it be that he really watched half of himself die, watched other tailed beasts be absorbed, and watched 10 tails reappear in the ninja world? And, resurrecting 10 tails should not be their main purpose, becoming 10 tails Jinchuriki, becoming an existence like the old man, should be what he wants to do. After all, if you already have Rinnegan, you have the power to control life and death, and control 10 tails. Unify the ninja world. This is not what the old man wants to see. Since you know so many things, what can you do? Kurama asked in a bumpy voice, raising his eyes high and looking up. Oh, of course there is a way. What way? Kurama was delighted. That's what I said, give them the other half of the Kurama. You, listen to me first. After giving them, let them revive the 10 tails, then I will defeat them, and then separate the 10 tails, that's all right. Naruto, who is familiar with the plot, is quite confident. At that time, even if Madara is resurrected and becomes 6 paths, it doesn't matter, anyway, as long as Kagaya is resurrected, Sage of 6 Paths will also be resurrected, and then in order to reseal Kagaya, the power will still be distributed to him and Sasuke. We already know the answers, Naruto only needs to paint the answer sheet step by step. Can you handle 10 tails? Kurama sneered habitually, it's not that I look down on you, it's 10 tails. It needs the strength of the old man to get it done. No, not me, but both of us. Kurama fell silent suddenly, and it fell down silently. It suspects that Naruto is lying to it, bullying it as a tailed beast, who doesn't understand the insidiousness and cunning of human beings. The reason why it is so scary is to gain its trust. Sure enough, humans are shameless. If it hadn't just seen Naruto's eloquent deception, those people were moved to tears, and it really believed it. What's wrong with you? Seeing that Kurama suddenly stopped talking, Naruto asked suspiciously. Little devil, I admit that you really scared me just now, but I'm not a fool. Do you think I'm lying to you? If not, oh, Kurama, you really broke my heart. Naruto shook his head helplessly. The reason why he is willing to talk about this with Kurama is to reconcile with it faster and gain its power. Kurama sneered, is my relationship with you so good? Don't put gold on your face. Kurama, I know you tail beasts can know each other's true thoughts just by bumping fists, right? So what, are you going to fist bump me? Do you dare? Kurama said, as long as you dare to fist bump with me, I will use my chakra to occupy your body. Want to tug of war with me? Just your little mosquito-sized chakra will explode you in minutes. 8-sign seal doesn't work either. Yes, I do want to bump fists with you and reconcile with you. Naruto nodded. Then come. Kurama suddenly regained his spirits, finally got this opportunity, it had to seize it. As it spoke, it sent its paws to the seal. It's not like this. Naruto shook his head. Are you cowardly? Oh, will I be cowardly? I mean, when I open the seal, let's have a good chat. Cut, let's talk about it later. I don't know how long it will take until the seal is opened. It knows that Namikaze Minato deliberately left a gap for 8-sign seal, just to let Naruto adapt to its chakra, and it is best to understand each other and become friends with it. But according to Kurama, absolutely impossible. Another point is that the reason why the 8-sign seal can be unlocked is that after Naruto grows up and becomes stronger, he can control it with force. But how long does that have to wait? Kurama is a collection of chakra and cannot die, but Naruto is different, will there really be such a day? Then it saw the absolutely impossible thing happened, Naruto actually took the initiative to tear the seal. He's crazy. Naruto is not crazy, on the contrary he is extremely calm. He's going to have a good fight with Kurama. Naruto stepped forward and decisively tore off the seal. Then the light flashed, and a figure glowing with white light appeared. Naruto, don't rush. Chakra, left by Namikaze Minato, just wanted to prevent Naruto from tearing the seal, but it was too late, and Naruto had already torn it. 4th generation project. Kurama gritted his teeth immediately when he saw this guy wearing a god robe. It's all this fool, who actually used his own life to split it into 2, took the other half and was eaten by Shinigami, and the remaining half was sealed into the body of this kid. 9 Tails, long time no see, but I don't have time to chat with you right now. With a sunny smile on his face, Namikaze Minato glanced at 9 Tails, then turned around, looked at Naruto, and just as he was about to speak, he saw a burst of flames from the sealing talisman in Naruto's hand. Wait, Naruto. Namikaze Minato was taken aback, anxious to stop it. Once this talisman is burned, he will disappear. Even chakra with Kushina will disappear too. He still wants to have a good chat with Naruto. He also wants Kushina to take a good look at her son. Wait, but it didn't work. Such a small piece of talisman paper was quickly burned to ashes. And Namikaze Minato also disappeared into the sealed space with a look of surprise and regret. He hasn't reacted yet, and he doesn't know why Naruto is doing this. Naruto watched Namikaze Minato disappear with a calm expression, unmoved. His chakra is gone, but Kushina's chakra should still be there. Naruto remembers that in the original manga, when Naruto and Killer Bee practiced together, Kushina also appeared, helping Naruto obtain the chakra of 9 tails, and successfully entered the 9 tails mode. But it doesn't matter, as long as Naruto and 9 tails don't get into a difficult and troublesome situation when they tug of war, Kushina's chakra should not appear. So, Naruto pressed his belly, turned slightly, and then the 8-sign seal made a crisp sound, like unlocking a lock, and slowly opened the door. He already had the key to the 8-sign seal, so he didn't need to go find the frog. Would rather not have a frog in his mouth, that would be disgusting too. Kurama froze. It was still immersed in the anger of seeing Namikaze Minato, but before the anger was vented, Minato suddenly disappeared. Kurama also noticed the movement in Naruto's hands. It never expected that Naruto would voluntarily give up the opportunity to talk to Namikaze Minato, without even saying a word. Then in the next second, the ceiling door opened, and Naruto appeared in front of it so unobstructed. What's the matter? Didn't I say, I want to bump fists with you? Now, here I am. Naruto reached out, making an inviting gesture. Of course, instead of inviting Kurama to dance, he waited for Kurama to fight him. Naruto knew that if Kurama surrendered without fighting, he would not talk to Naruto calmly. Hey, you are very confident. Brat. Kurama stood up slowly and stretched his body. Following the movement of his body, the 9 huge fox tails also danced. I've always been confident. Come on Kurama, it's been a long night and I've got enough time to convince you. Then try it. You brat, I'm 9 tails. Roar. Kurama was really laughed at by Naruto, showing those extremely sharp teeth, and then Kurama swung his claws violently and slapped Naruto. Little devil, you asked for this. Your body is mine now. Boom. Kurama slapped down with his paw, creating a gust of wind, and there were slight electric arcs in the wind. Died. Kurama raised his paw, and there was nothing but water underneath. Nice, great momentum, but too slow, Kurama. Naruto's voice rang in Kurama's head. Kurama froze slightly. How is he so fast? No, it should be said that it is really so fast. It's not like Naruto slashed the guy with the Rinnegan, but isn't that swordplay? HMPH, it's a bit powerful, kid, I have to say, I'm getting more and more interested in you. I hope everyone will support it and subscribe more.